Here we are. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Let's see. Can I pull? Come on, give me the AV. You know what? I might just have to restart completely. Just close and reopen. Close and reopen. Hey! Wait a minute. That's not it. Nope. Hold. Let's see. There we go. Right, we've got the audio visual. Oh yeah, look at it. There's a Packy. Hi, Packy. Oh yeah, look at you. You look great. But yeah, Anno TLC dropped this morning, and we're going to try and grow the new Anno on official servers. Now, there's no reason to not fill up food entirely here, so that's what we're going to do. Fill up our food bar entirely. Oh, look at that. That looks so good for a default skin. Oh my gosh. No, I think we keep it this way. I think we go, well, let's see. We named him Hash Brown, so. What looks more like a hash brown? I'm not sure. You know what? I like this. Oh yeah, the real question. You know what? We're just gonna be a brick. We're gonna be a brick. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be a brick. With green eyes. A brick with green eyes. We are the same color almost all the way around except for our underbelly. Yep, okay, so we are shedding, even though we're a bit young to be doing all of this. We're still in the tutorial cave. Ah, there's the water pond. There it is. All right. Hello, water pond. Man, look at this. Look at the passives. This is just a passive. This is a passive. You get that for free. Oh, so yeah, okay. So I tried this on a community server before I started growing one. It's either, yeah, I think it's the leg slot or the hide gives, no, the leg slot gives you an option to get into crouched stance in 3 seconds instead of 8. So it cuts it by like 60%? Almost? But yeah, look at that. Look at that. The bleed heal is for real, bro. The vocal wheel. Let's hello officials. Let's see. So here is our delivery quest. Did I not? Okay, there we go. I just had to be slow about it. We're almost a kid. Well, we're almost a larger kid. I was about to say that it doesn't complete the menu tutorial. Okay, well, yeah, I know about those. Go to the character. Hold on, what are these? Bearded. Oh, I think bearded is part of, that has to be part of the referral bonuses. But I don't have it, so I don't know why it's unlocked for me. Yep, here's our abilities. We can use our tail attack. Now, they did something new with the tail attack for the TLC. You use it, you can only use it while you're uncrouched, so not in crouched stance. And yeah, as it says, upon reaching 10 stacks of tenderized, your target will lose the bone break immunity for 5 minutes. So you can bone break something as much as you want. It's kind of scary. But as you can see, they only have 2 available tail slots, but there's 4 tail attacks. 2 tail attacks to use in uncrouched, 2 tail attacks to use in crouched. So they kind of give you a choice here. You know, what do you want to be? Do you want to be the I'm sitting here and, you have to come to me, or I will try to fight you uncrouched and bone break you and then run away? So you've got options. You have plenty of options. Friends menu, I do have friends, believe it or not. I've got a whole bunch of friends. I don't talk to all of them. That's probably my biggest weakness. I don't talk to all my friends. All right. The world is a dangerous place, much safer in a group. Oh, they changed this. It used to be the world is a dangerous place and you will be hunted. Oh no, there it is. There's 2 separate ones, right? Beware you will be hunted by other players. Cool. I understand the expectation, right? And now we get to use the social menu and invite someone to our group. I'm going to stay in my own solo group. Where will the game put us? Probably Whistling Columns. We got put right next to Hoodoo, right next to a Waystone. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. Well, you know what? We're going to go use the Waystone anyways. We've been given an opportunity and we have this buff. We have a buff, a buff, buff, a buff, buff. Run, little Anna, run! Oh my gosh, look at this stamina bar for a hatchling, or for a juvenile. This looks so good. It feels really good. I don't know how I'm going to do questing here, though, that's for sure. Whom, whom. Hello, Waystone! There we go, look at that. We're going to be in the first bar of juvenile already. There should be branches. Deceptive, dead tree, deceptive. Is there a way down here? Not without dying. Got it. That would be a bad thing to do. So let's go back the way we came. We'll be okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You know, that's what I should have named my Anno. I should have just named my Anno Tequila. That's what I should have done. You know, because, well, nah, I probably shouldn't make any alcohol jokes. It'll be fine. Alright, so we're looking for branches. All the branches. Do I have global? Okay, good. I'm off of global. I don't need to see global. Global doesn't need to see me. Hurrah, critter! Or hello, or oh, I actually have a location quest. It might be better for us to just kind of scoot along to the location zone and quest there, instead of looking for branches here, because I'm gonna get lost. I'm not gonna be able to find all these. You know what? We're gonna pick up the exploration growth here as well. Just kind of dip our toes into Stego Mountain and call it a day. Yep. We'll also have to run by Salt Flats, and if we're doing that, we can actually use the home cave there as well and be almost halfway through Juvenile without doing a whole heck of a lot. That'll be pretty good. Now, I do apologize in advance. We've got some sniffles going on here, and I'm hoping to keep them from getting worse, per se. Now, I will tell you, we are in a very vulnerable spot as a juvenile. We can be picked up by Hatses, bullied by just about everything with legs. There's not much for us to do about any of it, honestly. So our biggest advantage will be the ability to be quick and the ability to be quiet. You know what? We might be able to get some branches here. I didn't think I would find them. Ah, see, something's been here recently. You see this? But that's so weird. Because there's branches right over here. How would you miss these? Those must have been the last branches they needed. That's the only thing I can think of. The only way that makes logical sense. Well, whatever it was. Maybe it was an herbivore. There's a berry bush here with more branches that haven't been touched. Well, you know what? I think that we've gotten our branches that we need. And we have gained growth and marks. Oh, what was that? I don't know what that sound was, and I kind of don't want to find out. Maybe it was a baby a mark. That could be a baby a mark sound, I think. Yeah, no, sound's all the way up. Alright. I'm still adjusting to this new headset, or newer headset. I've had it for probably, what, a month and a half, 2 months now. It doesn't give me the overall sound level that I used to have. So now I just have my ears have to be more attentive because my ears just were getting bombarded with sound from my old Turtle Beach headset. That was normally what would happen. My ears would just be bombarded with sound. I actually had that headset for only a couple years. I bought it back in 2021. Didn't end up opening it till probably 2023. And then it only lasted for 2 years. Because I basically got it as a reserve headset. Because I used to actually have a really good old headset. It lasted me for like a good 4 or 5 years. And then it broke. Or rather, the issue wasn't that it broke. The ear pads got ratty. And I couldn't clean them effectively. And I couldn't find replacement parts. So the headset was just, it was just the end of life for that headset. So then I ended up using the Turtle Beach 700s Gen 1, I think they were. And they lasted, their design ultimately failed them. They lasted 2 years, and then the design started falling apart. Like the actual structure of the headset. And I had to use like super glue and duct tape. But even that really only bought me like an extra 5 months. And it just wasn't meant to be. So then I ended up switching to Steel Series Arcta Novus 7X, and that's my current headset. Because I did like a week's worth of research, and I'm like, okay, I've got a budget, and I want the best headset I can get within my budget. And yeah, these have not failed me. They haven't glitched once. Like the headset itself is super solid. I've loved using these. They're great. They're a great headset. Alright, now I need to find a succulent. And normally, if I'm lucky, they spawn in groups of 3. This looks like a group of 2. Sadness. Sadness. But yeah, we're probably gonna be a while until we can actually use our marks to go buy things. Because the combo that I came up with on the community server I normally play on was very much a mix of the tank and the chaser. Alright, let's see. Yeah, very much a mix. I'm a bigger turtle! Wait, those are succulents. We need those. Quick, run, turn around. Honestly, the safest way to get to sand caverns, probably scooting on the north edge. Yeah, we scoot on the north edge. We need one more group of succulents, and then we're probably gonna get like branches, or no, not branches, probably like seashells and turtle shells or something. Anything like that, I'll probably just leave the zone. Because it's going to take a while for us to hustle over to sand caverns. Yep. All right. I was right somehow. I guessed correctly. We'll put it that way. Well, yeah, because the big growth is going to come from getting to the home cave. We'll just scoot. Scoot over the north side of Salt Flats. Probably be the safest. Let's see. I'm probably, if I could get to the beginning of sub-adult, that would probably be a good stopping point. I don't know that I grow this entire anno today. I know it's Mark's hungry now. It needs a whole bunch of Marks. As I was looking at, like, the abilities are like 700, 800, 1,100. I'm like, what the heck? You know, as someone just starting their anno on officials, I'm like, I don't think I can pull that all in a day. Don't know about that. Especially because, like, I'm on a server with, like, 99 other people. I don't even know that I would be able to safely quest, let alone actually do the quests. Alright, yeah. Well, we're making good time here. The good news is we're small enough that our footsteps don't sound any different from a critter. We just have to keep ourselves concealed line of sight wise. Because if anything sees us line of sight wise, we're pretty much in bad shape. Yep, we'll be in a bad shape. And the good news is that my ears do work. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. This is our big first test. Alright, that's a critter. It sounds big and scary. Don't come over here. Oh, it's a Bagaceratops. I am not your enemy, Bagaceratops. Alright, this is the top end of Salt Flat. Ah, no, Alpha Snake, run! Oh, God, no! Oh, no! Oh, we're just speedy enough to outrun the Alpha Snake as a baby. Oh, dear Lord. That is terrifying to find as a kid. Oh, my soul jumped out of my chest. Whew. Now is probably a good time to sleep and get some stamina back. It doesn't seem to be following us anymore. Well, whoever wants to deal with that can go deal with that. It ain't gonna be me. Let's see, we should be able to get up the hill right here. Looks like there's an opening in the rocks. Some kind of incline, if you will. Yes! Run, little Anno, run! Yeah, we are just trucking. Hash Brown is just on it today. All my Annos everywhere are named Hash Brown because, it looks like a little potato. The little potato that could. Over here. Oh, this is... The incline itself, right? Climbing this mountain is dangerous. Oh, can I get up there? Can I Skyrim this? Not quite. Alright. We're gonna have to head down this way. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of have to loop around this top part. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That was great. We did really good with that. It looks like there's really only one way up. I'll be severely disappointed if there's somebody camping this. But I imagine if there was, I would have found them by now. Huzzah! We did it! And now we go over here and we talk to the home cave rock, and we did it. You know what? We're gonna... First thing we should get is probably our other diet. As boring as that feels, yeah. 1,000, 800, 800. I think that Dragon Scoots will probably be our best leg upgrade. So I was wrong. No players near the home cave. I would be very surprised if there's nobody in Salt Flats. There's always people in Salt Flats. But first, we're gonna start with sand caverns. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start with sand caverns. And then probably swing, because we could go either north or south. And we don't have anywhere explored, so we can't tell where people are or if there's like a super popular zone going on. We're not gonna know. There we go, look at us. Look at us, already halfway through Juvie. I just realized I don't necessarily have access to the normal way down here. Oh wait, I've got 7 seconds. I've got 7 seconds! Heck yeah, look at us. We timed it out. Oh, are you telling me that, okay, the ramp was right there? Okay. The death-defying theatrics, are they necessary? Not really. Are they fun? Yeah. I would have... Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The things that get me annoyed on officials are more the mega packs and, you know, the people picking on baby dinosaurs for no reason. Because, like, I'm already at the lowest bar on the totem pole, and I'm one of the smallest food amount dinosaurs in the game as a baby. So, like, the only thing you get is trying to get a rise out of me, and then your own satisfaction of, like, hunting a child. And I'm just like, why? Like, how do you even remotely get enjoyment out of that? It just does not make, like, it just doesn't click for me. Additionally, I still wish that official servers adopted the ability swap on sleep instead of having to go to the home cave to change abilities, because I just like, wait a minute, right? Because I can buy my abilities, but I can't apply them unless I go to a home cave. Or I can buy my other diet option, but I can't use it unless I swap it out in a home cave. And I'm just like, okay, so what's the point? I don't think people would home cave camp as much if they knew that they didn't, you know, people didn't necessarily have to come to the home cave every time they wanted to swap their abilities. It would keep people out and playing and being immersed or being a part of the game atmosphere rather than like, oh, gotta do this, go back. Gotta do this, go back. Bought this, want to try it out, go back. It just feels unnecessarily difficult. That's going to be 900 and 700, so that's 1,600 marks just for the tail attacks I want. And we're at 574. The exploration marks are going to be huge, apparently. They're going to be huge. Do 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 do. The ambient night sounds are definitely interesting to me. Sometimes they sound scary, and sometimes they are terrifying. Oh, I've almost got everything here. Our growth bar has pretty much caught up to us. And I'm genuinely doing my best to try and listen for other footsteps. Not that I'm going to get very far if like an adult dasp or an adult aloe comes running down the ramp, but, you know, training my ears to listen for all the things. Here we go, 6 clams, 12 clams. I don't think there's any other clams on this side either. All of them are just spawned there on that rock. Oh, there's some right here. Quick paddle. I didn't realize that there would be, 22 clams over here. Well, apparently I can't count because that's 24 clams right there. All 24 that I've collected so far come off those 2 rocks. Silly me. But don't worry. We're doing okay. We're doing good. Nope, those are branches. I'm like, well, that might be, but it's not. There are no clams right there. There's some clams there in the water. Oh, please, powers that be, let me have these clams. I can't really look into the water all that much. I'm like, there could be a Sarco or a duck or a Suco right there watching me just run around and collect this stuff. Right? They could just munch at any time. Well, the duck won't really be able to eat my body, but the Suco and the Sarco definitely could. Branches! We got the branch quest. All the branches, all the time. Alright, we're actually going to start from the back and work our way forward. I think that's the play. Yeah, because we'll basically be able to follow the branches on this eastern portion and then just run. Run straight down that big hill to my favorite zone on the map. It carries a lot of history for me, a lot of fun times, a lot of stories. Almost sounds like there's something walking up there. If I heard that right. Oh, look at me, I can enter the crouch stance as a kid, but I won't be able to attack anything because I don't have a tail attack for that. Rough. Bloodstones. Go get your bloodstones. All the bloodstones. This will put us right on the cusp of the second to last bar. Because I'm like, we're not quite out of juvie yet. What's our player count looking like? 90. Okay, so we're not quite at 99, but we're very full. There's a lot. Many, many people. Alright, well, we've completed the zone. We're about to be We're very much working on getting out of juvenile and into adolescent. The exploration growth is going to come in clutch for that. And the exploration marks are going to be great as well. All right. Yeah, I was like, we could swing. We could swing over to Green Hills, just pick up the exploration marks, and then dip back to Big Quill. Because I'm not too fond of questing in Green Hills as a baby because it's just such an expansive zone, and if you get caught out there, there's really not much to do. Especially if you get caught out by something big. This is also, this hill, this in-between zone from Sand Caverns to Big Quill is also a high traffic area. It's a big area. You will see like many people who travel between the zones will use this path. All right, there's the exploration zone for Big Quill. We won't quite lose. Okay, that's a critter. It doesn't seem to care about me all that much, which I'm going to take full advantage of. We're gonna sit. Actually, just gonna sleep. We're gonna get this Jagged Scoots real quick. Get the abilities when we can, and slowly we'll have them all. But now that does mean we're down to like 22 marks. Like all the marks we got growing this thing so far, gone. 100% gone. Alright. Well, we're gonna waddle our way over the hill. Right quick. I don't quite have a questing rotation down here. The questing rotation... A lot of the questing rotations I had used to be on the north side. I'm wondering, though, for growing this guy now, if the questing rotation should be different. There we go. We got the exploration marks and we got the exploration growth, and we just turn around. That's just what you gotta do. You just turn it right around. You put your tail in, right? You put the bony club in, you put the bony club out, right? Play the hokey pokey with these places. Alright. Well, here we go. Oh, try not to sprint down the hill so I don't go yeeting myself off the slope. That would be painful. That hurts. You definitely, it's not recommended. Are there branches down here? As I saw the brown tree, there are branches. Look at this. Beautiful. You know what I should do while I'm here? Grab me some water. Grab some water while we have the opportunity. There we go. Perfect. Full water bar. I hear the snake, but the only reason it would scream like that is if it's running away from me. As a near adolescent, that doesn't feel quite right. I must have found like a baby snake. It's a baby snake. The least terrifying of all snakes, a child. We already found the most terrifying, that alpha snake. Oh. I'm surprised, honestly, that we were able to outrun that when we did. I thought for sure that we had no chance. Ah, the melons! The melons are here. More snakes. Dear goodness me. They seem to be all about this place. We're gonna grab some clams. We just do a quick waddle. Get some mercy from anything in the water. Although we are This is the loudest we are, and if you're something swimming in the water, like this echoes to you. Like I couldn't be more obvious right now than I am. Like this is the loud, obnoxious version of running around. Alright, we're gonna head to the north side. Grab the clams. Oh yeah, look at that. Green Hills is hopping. I think it's like what, five plus dinosaurs in any one point of interest will make it red. Or I think no, it's based on population. It's very much based on population. So how many dinosaurs have to be in Green Hills for there to be? Because this is like what, a 90-player server? No, 88. That would be like 10, maybe 15 dinosaurs over there. Yeah. Really glad we didn't turn around there to quest because I did not see that when that's a recent development. We should be able to grab these. Lakeweed. Now this is the most dangerous endeavor in Big Quill, grabbing the lakeweed. Because you don't know what's in the water, but the water, right, whatever's in the water definitely knows that you're here. Because you're running, splashing around on this land, and you're basically just making all the noise ever. And they're able to see you. They're able to hear you very, very well. Alright, we run back this way. Oh, Green Hills is now not Big Red. It's no longer red and imposing. I wonder what happened. I don't feel like checking global. I don't feel like looking in there to check. 9 times out of 10 global is just a toxic place to be. So I decide to not be there. The only benefit that global has to being left open is that if there are mix packs or mega packs and someone dies to it, they will call it out in global. Or at least they will try. Ooh, this is prime ambush weather. Right? You've got fog rolling in. You've got the rain coming, so that way it like muffles movement. This is perfect ambush weather, so we gotta keep an eye out. Yeah, be vigilant in the rain and the fog. You never know. You never know what's gonna come try to get you. And we're in a good spot right now. We're not trying to die. We're just trying to make progress, be, super quiet, unimposing. Not quite as quick as raptors, because we're not as quick as raptors. But we will definitely try to channel our inner raptor. It's a berry bush, but I'm looking for succulents. I know there's at least like one cluster of 3 and then maybe a cactus grouping up here. Well, not even a grouping, just like a random cactus. Yeah, there's the cactus. And that is a critter burrow. Okay, so I ran past the other succulent groupings because there's like the smaller ones that kind of look like overgrown pine cones. There's a group of 3 of them spread out here. Oh, by golly. I know you're out here. I just have to be crazy enough to look for them, and I will find them. Additionally, if I use the bridge to cross, well, see, the problem is going to be I don't know if I can get back over if I use the bridge. Because the gamble, right, is that you use the bridge to cross onto the main island, and you can complete the succulent quest over there. There's enough succulents to run this personal quest. The problem is going to be when you try to get back over, can you cross the rock? Because if the answer is no, then you are forced to swim. And if you are forced to swim, that makes you a prime target for anything in the water. And I would know. Alright, I think the next move we make, since it's foggy and rainy, is to Salt Flats. As normally, Salt Flats is very open, and it's ambush central out there. But with it raining and there being reduced visibility, and the fact that we're still on the smaller side, I think we could pull it out. I think we could do it. We'll definitely want to work on conserving our stamina before we go out there, though. So I just looked at our stamina bar, and we're about half stamina. Additionally, I'm about 30 minutes out from having to take a short break to feed the cat. Which means we would want to find a home cave, because I don't trust just parking myself in random places unofficial at all. Yeah, look at the noise that we don't make when we're walking like that. Yeah, because honestly, well, 100. I'm very enticed just to pick it up in case we need it. Because once again, we're heading to a relatively popular spot. That's a critter. And right now, we don't have any abilities to use in crouched mode. And we still only have one tail slot anyways. So the question is, what would you want to get out of your tail attack? Because right now, when we're small, we don't have the option of hunker or man, that's gonna be a habit to break. Because Anno doesn't have hunker anymore. It's now like it's a crouched stance. We are nowhere near the invincible monster that Anno used to be. No, they completely removed hunker, and they completely removed the damage reductions that came with it. You now have a crouched a crouched stance, and the abilities that you get revolving becoming tanky are now armor based. So Anno is significantly more balanced than it used to be, with the obviousness that it's a lot less tanky than it used to be. I mean, as an adult, you're still like a solid tier 4, right? You're very much a force to be reckoned with, but you're nowhere near as life-threatening to like mix packs and mega packs that you used to be. You will die to those now. I know that won't be a fun thing to hear for a lot of people, but honestly, it was a long time coming. Anno was never supposed to be this uber tank, this I'm going to tank the entire point of interest and not die. Oh dear. Well, you don't get more scary than this. I think we run. Yep, I think we leave. We try to run back into this cave out here. But by this point, they have most definitely seen us. And it's a matter of time before we get caught. Okay. I'm determined, right? I'm determined to at least complete the salt rocks. Oh, they're definitely looking for us, though. That's the only reason to be flying around like this. Oh, that is terrifying. They've got to be running for water. So we don't have a lot of time, but we've got an opportunity. Oh, what is that? Oh dear Lord, that is a Tyrannotitan. It's got to be at least adolescent. That's way too big to be a juvie. I can only hope that they're not running with the Ramf and the hats. Although it wouldn't surprise me if they are. That's what I'll say. It wouldn't surprise me if they are. Not even a little. Okay, we should be able to run flowers on this south side. Because here's a group of 3 that hasn't been touched. Yeah, the rain and the fog saving our life in every way. As if we were even remotely detected, we would have been hunted. We would not be here. We would be dead. We would be gone. Trying to take these very slowly, almost as inconspicuously as possible, because these are rendered on that person's screen right now. They could see them. Maybe not well, but they could see them. We're almost to adolescent. Only issue is that that home cave is now like completely off the table. That home cave is not accessible to me whatsoever. There is no reason to make a move for that home cave. Are those my footsteps? Are my footsteps getting a lot? No, they're not. They're not my footsteps. They're their footsteps. They're moving this way. We must be quick. We must go. The game should be telling us to eat food any minute here. But I'm going to forego that. Actually, no, there should be... There's a berry bush down here near the home cave. Yeah, I think for now what we do is we just head south. We should, well, I say should with air quotes. We should be able... Yeah, those were questing noises. To grab the exploration marks for Green Valley and Broken Tooth, and then just dip into a home cave. That's the goal. We do not quest here. We don't check for items here. This is very much an in-between zone for me. I don't quest here. I don't use it. I just explore this zone and I'm out. That's pretty much all I do. We are so close. Yeah, maybe if we had bloodstones. If we had bloodstones, I might go looking around for the bloodstones because they're just that easy to find. But other than that, I really don't bother here. Also depends on what that hats eats, because that hats has the ability to eat the carrion corpses and the bones. Yeah, because we're not on a community server right now. We are. Oh well, there's a group. A single cluster of succulents will not change my mind, despite it being very enticing. 1, 2, fine, I'll do it, because that puts me up to like 28 out of 35, and that completes the quest. The game's like, okay, fine, we'll let you have this for free. So I'll take it. I'll take it for free. Full free, and it gives my stamina bar more time to catch up. It gives my food more time to drain. Everything here is working out. And we lucked out. Yeah, we did. We looked out so good. Well, there we go. We grabbed an extra 100 marks and, what, 25 seconds of growth. Flowers. That's one cluster of flowers. I'm not doing that. It's not on the to-do list. It's on the to-don't list. Right, that's the area that goes towards Big Quill. There's nothing in the pathway. Alright, we're experiencing some very choppy frame rate. Oh my gosh, what? Game? Are you okay? I don't know what... There are certain spots in this game that are just known to have frame rate drop, and apparently I'm adding that to my list. I don't know what else... Like, I don't know what they could be trying to render that just tanks the frame rate on Xbox, because it used to be that that was never happening. So I don't know what it is that was being rendered there that was just absolutely tanking my frame rate. That's just scary. All right, we have departed Stego Mountain. Yep. Yep. Those don't sound like critter noises. That's it, though. That's it. Got us a whole bunch of stamina. Check the berry bush. Berry bush is at 100%. All right, that's hopeful. I'm hopeful for that. Very hopeful to see that. All right, we got Broken Tooth exploration. Cool. But ultimately not what I'm looking for. Ripple Beach as a location quest. That's a gamble. Oh dear. Alright, I say we say screw it. We're not doing that. Whatever that is can quest, and it's not going to be my issue. Not going to be my problem. Not going to be my focus. They're not coming this way. They're collecting lake weed, it sounds like. I think we grab the food. Our water's high enough. We could visit Ripple without being too much of a problem. We've almost got 1,000 marks again. I'm enticed to just buy that now. And just spend our marks as we get them rather than just hoarding them in case we die. And we will tear this berry bush apart. Not even a question. We will gain the entirety of our hunger back, and then we just keep rolling. Yeah, I think we grab the location quest in Ripple and then find a spot to log out. Because I'm getting closer to the time I need to feed my cat. And I want to make sure that he is ready and that we get him all the food he needs. Also, it's Friday. I don't have to work today. And those are big feeties. Whatever the big footsteps are, I don't need to deal with them. And honestly, that's scary. Why are they getting closer? We run. We just run. We go. We go and we don't return anytime soon, to be honest. Because honestly, we just have to cut through here. We don't necessarily need to be questing or doing anything extra. We just need to cut through. Because if I accounted for this correctly, The location quest and the group quest, the location quest and the exploration bonus should get us into adolescent. So we've had some near misses on player interaction, very near misses. Nothing that would pop up to me as though I've been spotted or noticed. Well, no. The ramp did try to do a heart call to add me to their group. I don't think they understand that you can't do that. Although I'm not sure how they managed to do that while holding a stingray in their mouth. Like they had a big old manta ray, so unless they dropped it, they wouldn't really be able to do that. They must have had a second ramp is probably my easiest explanation for that. Because let's see, we've gotten our other diet option, we've gotten the leg option I want, we got the big tail smash. Probably next is the little tail smash. Or probably not even, no, it's the bone snap. Next is probably the bone snap. I kind of wish that Anno had 3 tail slots instead of 2. I can understand why they gave it 2, but I'm just like, oh yeah, look at this. There's just an aloe corpse. Very unclear whether they died to fall damage or just death. Combat death. But I'm going to keep my eyes open regardless. Because I don't want to be next. I'm good. Oh, the rain's starting to go. Rain's gone. And the sun is coming out. As I can see my shadow. Alright. We will be the most vulnerable with the fog gone. Especially as we get closer to Ripple Beach. It's almost like we've went full circle though, because this is almost near where we spawned in. Because we spawned in on the edge of Ripple and Hoodoo. Will this get me into Ripple? No, it won't. This is a ridge. So we need to go down and around. Dear. Well, that's not great. But we should be able to get down this without... Nice. We got down without taking any fall damage. And we won't be running past the player login area either. So we'll be okay. Are those mine? They're not mine. Whatever that is. It's getting larger. Oh dear God. It's an Amarg. You know what? Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Don't throw it. Don't do nothing. We just leave. Because that should get us in to... And the real question is, how do we loop back around to the home cave? Because the only way back, the way we came, puts us closer to the mark. We blend in really well here, though, don't we? Look at this. Look at this. Razorback, crouch stance gives 25% damage to my group members within 50 meters. Reduces all attack stamina cost by 30%. I still think Dragon Scoots is better. Because Reflect Fracture is something that I don't mind doing. It's kind of just like, oh no, I bit you and I broke my tooth. We're like very stale bread. Very, very dry, very brittle. We're gonna break a tooth. We probably don't taste good either, Because I'm like, oh yeah, stale bread. Stale bread doesn't taste too good. I really thought that was going to put us into adolescent. But I was wrong. Our next best bet may be trying to run into Broken Tooth and snag a quest. Because the quests in Broken Tooth are not hard to do. It just puts us at a greater risk of player interaction because we're next to Green Valley, which has the Waystone, which makes it popular now. And people do use that Waystone. Can confirm. But we're doing good. For an hour in, we're doing really good. We've basically grown almost an entire growth stage in an hour. We just gotta stay aware of our surroundings, right? That's really all we've got to do. 25 seconds, we should get a new quest. I think this little rock will be a good place to hang out until we figure out what it is. Oh yeah, look at this. They really aced the animation for this. They really did. Because I almost looked like a puppy that wants to play, right? But at the same time, I'll break a leg. I'll break your leg. It won't be my leg. Perfect. Okay, deliver 5 death caps. We should be able to do that. We should be. I'm thinking the only things that would stop us is a big critter, right? If a big critter spawns there and chases us out. Or if there are players here and they chase us out. This hill on the right used to be where an old waystone was. It's now no longer there. They kind of just rotated it to the next zone over. I kind of wanted, if I was going to move that, I would have moved it into Ripple Beach. Because Ripple Beach is just a nice place. It's not particularly, it's not as, it doesn't have the staying power, right? It doesn't have the staying power that Green Valley does. Because, you can hang out in Green Valley for a long time. Which is why I would put it in Ripple Beach. If players come in and they drain the pond in Ripple Beach, there's not a lot of water anywhere else. Like, Stego Mountain only has 2 ponds, Broken Tooth is dry, Hoodoo is next, Salt Flats is next. So your only real move past Broken Tooth is Green Valley if you're trying to go from Ripple to get water. So, I mean, predictable? Sure. Would it be bad? Probably, because there would be a whole bunch of people that would just camp out Broken Tooth, trying to catch the people that would come from Ripple. So maybe they're treating it like the starter zone in an MMO. You come in, right? You're at the Waystone, you get there, you do a quest or two, and then you just spread out. You just go. Because that water in Green Valley does not last forever. No, people were most certainly spoiled by the amount of water that Titan's Pass River and Titan's Pass Lake has to offer. And the game files do call it Titan's Pass. I don't know why. Like, that entire watershed, right? From the lake to the river, going all the way down into the saltwater in Young Grove, is all part of Titan's Pass. It is an absolutely massive amount of water, but you get enough thirsty Titans together and they will drain that water like it is a sports event. Like, they will put some scary efficiency into draining that water. Hey, we made it to Adolescent, though. We have the front limb open to us. We get Swerve or Tailspin. Honestly, I'm not sure which one I want. They both cost the same. One of them spins in a circle and does low damage. One of them just spins 180 degrees. I would imagine that it's directional, so you swerve in whichever direction you're looking. But I didn't test that. I should have tested it before I hopped on here. I was just more enjoying imagining the idea of the Anno spinning in a circle like a Beyblade and just hitting everything. It does low damage, so it's like you wouldn't be able to use that to, you know, really. I mean, you could kill somebody with it if they were low enough running at you, but I don't think they would be running at you if they were low. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, the goal is to grow this big boy up to adult, get the abilities we want, and then go run into a fight. I mean, I know this guy isn't tanky anymore like he used to be, but I kind of want to see what these new abilities do, how they play out. It was really weird that the YouTube video that they showed focused a lot more on, like 2v1, 1v1 against an Apex, and the Rex is like limping away as its bone broken. Oh, Jesus, no. Okay, alright. We have been skipped over for death today. If we can make it to sub-adult, or even halfway through adolescent, we shouldn't be able to be picked up anymore. I don't. Unless we go north, right? Unless we go north, I don't see us having an easy time getting to sub-adult. I mean, we could go west. We very well could go west. Because there's plenty of quests out west for us to do. I wouldn't quest in Green Valley. Just because of how popular the zone is now that it's got, I mean, it was popular before the Waystone, right? Like, it was a place people went to hang out. But now that it has a Waystone, I imagine it's like a train station. Everybody's coming and going. People are, dinosaurs are fighting and dying. The water is popular, more popular than ever before, I imagine. Because people are trying to drink it, and if there are people trying to drink the water, there's people in the water trying to strike out at the people who are trying to drink. Right? It very just much makes the area a lot more active than it used to be. That's for darn sure. But yeah, we'll be able to grab all these quests here. I didn't think we'd be able to do this. I think we lucked out. Oh yeah, here's some death caps. Yeah, we very much lucked out now that this zone doesn't have a waystone anymore. People have to willingly come here to quest? No, nobody's doing that. Who wants to do that? But no, this TLC, this rebalancing of Anno was a long time coming, and I'm glad that they did it. Because Anno, before the TLC, you could just hunker, and you would have a ridiculous, like, 95% damage reduction. That's not armor increase, right? Like, even a DASP couldn't put a dent in that. It was damage reduction overall. Like, anything that bit you, anything that stomped on you, anything that tail slammed you, anything, the damage was reduced by 95%. So you could sit there and hunker for hours, literal hours, and you would, there's a ramp, I hear that, and you would not take much damage. Like, you could 1v1 the entirety of old Impact Crater, like when Impact Crater was big and there were like tons of people there, like, 20, 30 people. You could 1v1 the entire point of interest and win. Which, I mean, of course, for the Anno, as much fun as that is, it's like, if you're hungry or if you're looking for food as a carnivore, you very much ignored these guys. These guys were not worth it. Well, even before the recent changes, right, where they buffed Anno. It used to be low food, used to have high defense, wasn't worth fighting because the food amount was literally that low. So I think they doubled the food amount on Anno. They made it a 4 slot instead of a 3 slot. They upped its combat weight and its health. They gave it more offensive options. And then just today, they dropped the TLC. So, since they've dropped the TLC, here I am, an official, trying to make my way to adult, get the abilities, and have all the fun with it. But I've got to take a short break, to get my cat some food. He needs food. So we might just hang out in the home cave, right? We're down to 93 players on an hour 18 server, so it's relatively fresh still. We're going to enter the home cave. We'll take a break. I will feed the cat, and I'll be right back. We resume. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, adolescent Anodontosaurus, with no players near his home cave. I think, let's see, where do I want to go? Because we quested about Broken Tooth. Green Valley is still probably super popular. We could check out Big Quill, and if Big Quill is still on, if Big Quill hasn't cooled down yet, we can head to Salt Flats and then make our way north. I think north is probably our best bet. I do like what they did though with the waystones, putting them like kind of on the corners of the map, like Pandora, and you just, well, except for they do have the one central waystone. But they basically made it the same as Pandora, where like the majority of the waystones are out in the corner with one in the center. I like that. It's like I can see what they did with it. I see why they did it. This is not the passing zone that I thought it was. This is a hill. No hills. Well, actually, even Stego Mountains quests have reset. So we might be good to have an entirely like secondary questing zone again. Literally. But that zone for the succulents was a bit further up than what I remember. I'm not sure how I feel about questing out here. I was just in the home cave and I did not pick my second tail slot. I just realized I just completely ignored that. That's a risk. That is a risk and a half. But you know what? I think we'll be okay. If we die, I don't think we lose all that much growth. And I think this is the hill with succulents. Actually, yeah, that's going to be 21 right there. Quick and easy. Because here's a bunch of blood crystals, bloodstones, there's the flower. So yeah, the succulents we're looking for are just a little bit further back here, but not by much. Not by much. Should be right over here. Yep. Because another 14 will get us to 35. Yeah. Are you enjoying your lunch, buddy? I can tell you that he very much is. He is chowing down on that lunch. And then we can start picking up these blood crystals as well. I keep calling them crystals, but the game calls them stones. See, the game calls them bloodstones, and you gotta call them bloodstones. Right? No crystals around here. It's all bloodstones. Sure enough. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. We need one more. There we go. I'm like, where am I going to find one more? Termite Valley. So we're not going to do that. We're actually just going to skip past that quest, and we're going to go right into Big Quill. I think that's the play. Yeah, because we've got to go around this hill. You know what, Stego Mountain, I can respect you. Very much means if we wanted to, we could probably go quest in Ripple. That would take a while. Ripple is a great quest reset zone. A spam call? I don't want no spam calls. We don't need no spam calls. Yeah, we just head right on out of here. That's what we do. We head right on out. All the way into Big Quill. Yep, all the way into Big Quill. Just skip right past this. I have no intention of doing this quest. Let's see, in terms of marks, we have 1,000. Let's see what we want to do with them. We could get Bone Snap, picking up Bone Snap, so we've got both of the tail abilities we want, we've got the leg ability we want. Still not sure about the front limb. Yeah, the front limb I'm not sure about at all. But we've got some time before we make that choice. I feel like that's going to be one where I buy them both and I've just got to try them out and find the one I like. Do they say whether or not they can be used crouched or not? Doesn't say, so I imagine it can be used in both, which would be really interesting. Yeah, having the 360-degree spin in crouch mode would actually be pretty good. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, we're not quite the super quiet dinosaur we used to be. Oh yeah, I love how it gave us the bone, like, ah, you found a bone, because technically there's a part of that that requires you to collect bones. But I think that we just don't do that. We just quest through Big Quill. No, there's a hats here. And that hat's just kept going. Okay. Alright. Not either it didn't see me or it decided that I wasn't worth the effort. Or that I'm too big to pick up. Either which way, I'm not gonna complain. I think we move ourselves into this little spot. We almost blend in. Almost. You know, you getting into your spot. Alright, well the cat has decided that it is sunbathing time. I'm going to do a quick double check or a quick review of the local weather. See when we're supposed to get rain today. We're not? Question mark? High of 66 degrees. I thought that y'all predicted rain and now the rain's gone. Okay, well then it'll just be a good day. It'll just be a good day. Alright, we've got succulents to pick up. I think that we head to the south side, closer to Green Valley, and just snag those. Because there's a whole bunch down here that we can just grab. Grab like it's Black Friday at the local Walmart. Something around here has collected the clams, which probably means these succulents are not spawned in fully. If there's something that's been around here recently, then I do not anticipate having full quest items over here. Something that just grabbed the clams and left? Or do clams really just take that long to come back? Alright. We'll have to be wary of something in the water. So I'm like, what would just collect clams and then nothing else? And I'm just like, well, if there's something in the water, they wouldn't have necessarily made it all the way up here onto land. Yeah. Because these branches haven't been touched either. That's a passive noise. That doesn't sound like a player noise. Alright. Well, now we're on to the lakeweed. A very interesting choice to have this be the next quest. But you know what? I won't fight it. I won't fight it. I'll take this over nothing. You know what? I turn like a potato because I am a potato. Alright, those ones will have to make me swim for. That's true. Okay. And then as long as these haven't been taken, we should be able to grab all of these and complete the quest. Yeah, complete the quest in its entirety. Let me come over here. Nice. Okay, cool, and now we're on to branches. The south side of Big Quill has the easiest branch spawns. The north side is a little bit more difficult. Some of them are like half hidden in bushes, but it's possible. But I definitely like this north side out of convenience. It is the quicker side to get this done on. In fact, we've got one here, two, maybe even three branch bushels down there, which means our quest might be done already. Nope, okay, it's just these two. No, there is three. I was right. Shouldn't doubt myself. Have more faith. Okay, see, so now we're on to the clams. So we're being brought back to the water. And we know that the clams on our east side have been mostly taken. I did not get a good view on these down here. They look like, so this one, okay, so they're all on respawn. I wonder if that Hats was like a young Hats and basically just quested these clams and finished out. It's certainly possible. Because I don't seem to have attracted anything here in the water. Additionally, I don't see any zones near us that are like, you know, dangerously active with dinosaurs. Obviously, that doesn't mean that there's nobody there, but, you know, there's whatever there is not like 15, 20 dinosaurs at the same time. Which is essentially what I would classify to be danger zone. Yeah, that's a tree. For some reason the trees make sounds. It's like I don't know why they make sounds, but they do. Alright, that's a critter. And we're done. We have finished Big Quill. I should... Is the game... Okay. There we go. Are we not large enough? We might not be large enough. We might have to just suck it up and swim. So I remember this being a spot where I could... Yeah, we're just going to have to suck it up and swim. We're not big enough yet. Just really unfortunate. Very awkward. Alright, we seem to be immune, or at least ignored by the water. I think we loop into salt flats, then we head north into sand caverns, and then we just swing. We just swing up. Well, that's a devilish amount of marks. Let's pick up the tailspin. I think the tailspin will be good. Although, before we quest in Salt Flats, I feel the need to make it to the home cave and give us our other skills. I am being chased. Well, I'm not being chased anymore. That was the most polite little chase I've ever seen. Although, to be fair, I didn't hear it. It did not make a sound. It just started running in my direction. The Dynamasuchus had one goal. Hello, melons. Alright, that's another critter sound. We should... Yep, that's another critter sound. We should be small enough to fit through this still. I know that a sub-adult and larger have issues with this. But we're little enough. We should still be able to fit through here. I think we do a quick stamina regen. I'm going to be bold. We're going to sleep. Look at that stamina regen. Adolescent. And we just cruise right on through. We've got 90 players, and we have 142 uptime. I think we cap at 4. We should cap at 4. Yeah, this nice little passageway to the home cave. It's a quick little scoot. We can just barely fit under those. Those are very good for raptors. Raptors love those. Yeah, here we go. Our hop, skip, and a jump into the home cave. We've got a new location quest for Green Hills. Yeah, we can scoot back that way. We've got time. I've scared all the turtles. I think I just made literally 2 or 3 of them scream like their lives depended on it. Alright. We made it to the home cave. We're gonna do some ability applicating right here. So we got Bone Snap and Smash. Okay, things that I want, where do I want you? I want the Smash to be here, Tailspin to be here, Bone Snap here. Oh, I'm silly. Oh, I'm so silly. Because I have all these extras. Let's see, we have 3 attacks. We have 3 attacks, alright. I want my Tailspin here. I want my Smash here and my Bone Snap there. In terms of diet, we're okay with diet choice. Alright, we have all our current abilities that we can actually use applied. Everything looks good. There are no players near the home cave. All the boxes are checked. We are good to keep rolling. I still love that art. So good. So good. Alright, we will scoot across the north edges of Big Quill. Or maybe we won't. I hear those footsteps and I'm kind of scared by them. Whatever it is, it's running around collecting lakeweed. And I don't want to be anywhere near it. So we could scoot across. No, we can still scoot across the top half here. I'm just trying to think if there's a way for me to get down the western side of this hill without taking fall damage, or if I had to head, or if I have to head into sand caverns to get away or around. I'm just not sure. Because this is the top edge. And normally what happens here is I end up sliding down this hill and taking ridiculous amounts of fall damage. Oh no, we're good. We made it. Wow, I did not know I could do that. We've unlocked new knowledge today. And the hope is to scoot right on in here, collect the location quest, and then swing back up. If we can just swing up without being seen by whatever was collecting lakeweed. Yeah, are you worried? Trust me, I'm definitely cautious myself. The larger version here does not seem to... Okay, there he is. He reacted. We could run up this north side and just kind of scoot in. I still have no desire to quest out here. This is very much just for grabbing the location quest, and that's it. We move at a pretty decent clip, though, don't we? Look at us go. Come on, location. Location. There we are. Nope, we immediately turn around. Start heading north. Our best bet, our only bet, seems to be to catch it on the side here. Oh, what the hell? Oh, stand still. And it may not see us. There's more than one. Oh, I'm terrified. Just let them keep moving. Let them pass. It's an Aquila Baiter Aloe combo. Very interesting to see an adult Aquila Baiter have the big thudding footsteps. Oh, that was not. Oh. Yep. Yep, all of our near misses. We just kind of fade. Right, they didn't see us, but we certainly saw them. It was a lot closer than I ever want to be to a carnivore at this growth stage. Quickly up the hill. We just run. Hope they don't turn around. Oh, we made it. So let's get some stamina back. Fluff up the dirt, you know? They must have come. They came from the north side. Maybe they quested here. Maybe we're gonna try to quest here and all the quest items are gone. That'll be for an interesting time. Alright, so the game starts us off with clams. So we're just gonna hustle down here. No! These don't seem, yeah, they're 100% full. Did they must have come from Burn Forest then. Or maybe they ate the bones here? No, these bones are full. Yeah, they did not, they were not here. Okie dokie then. Well, as the sun sets on a full day in Gondwa, We made it through juvenile to adolescent. I think we've done well for ourselves. Picking up new abilities like this tail. Huh, that's what that looks like. Well, the critter was mildly impressed as he is screaming and running away. I thought it would be like one fluid motion. Did it actually do a full swing? Because it said it swings in a circle. Like, hold on a second. 1, 2. Yeah, so there's a blind spot there. So it swings in a circle, but there's a blind spot. Oof. Now to test, can I use it in crouched mode? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no, I can still use it even in crouched mode. But yeah, there's a blind spot. That will be taken advantage of right there. And what's this ability called? Tailspin. Okay. See, the way I read it made it sound like it was like one fluid 360 degree, but it's more or less two separate swings that seem to encompass the circle around the anno. We'll have to see because it says it deals low damage. Oh dear. Anno, you need to get up. There we go. Thank goodness I can still jump. That was terrifying. I think we go over it. Nope, that'll be the full amount. Well, look at us go, though. We're doing pretty good. The carnivores that have been running around have either not noticed us or ignored us entirely. I have not found any herbivores yet. That's the one thing I'm noticing. I have not found any herbivores. No, that's a lie. I found an amarg in Ripple. But other than that lone amarg, I don't think I've seen any other herbies. And he was an adult amarg. That amarg was big. Was big compared to our little potato. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Now the question's going to be what we want for our senses. Whether, I don't know why I ran directly for these. I think I ran past a group of branches. Apparently I just wanted to collect more succulents, you know what I mean? Got more bones to grab. Dusty remains are all that's left of an unfortunate creature. That is true. You've got to be unfortunate to become a pile of bones. And somehow fortune has smiled down upon me thus far, knocking on all the wood that exists in my apartment. Well, probably not all of it, because then I'd have to go get up, knock on the cabinets, knock on the floor, knock on the dresser. Yeah, at least just the wood that I am directly able to interact with, which is my desk. My wooden desk. Heck. This is more than just any desk to me. This is my childhood desk. I've had this desk, gosh. I have had this desk in my life since, 2006? Ish? Yeah, since I was like 8 years old. It's crazy, man. Time goes by so quick. But don't mind me, we're collecting bloodstones, right? We're trying to grow our dinosaur. My quick trip down memory lane has concluded. And we have completed the area of sand caverns. The best way to head north, probably directly. Yeah, look at that. Green Hills, busy. Every other time I look at Green Hills, it's busy. So let's not and say I did. I think our next spot is definitely burned forest for sure. And we just start snaking our way north. I like that idea. Ah, so on the rocks we have more sound on the rock than we do anywhere else, because if we're on sand, we sound a lot quieter running on sand. Alright, yeah, we'll just head north directly from here. Yeah, so we've got our tail spin that we can use, and we've got our tail slam that does the new AoE stuff. And then we also have our bone snap. Now this, okay, so you can kind of sprint into this. You can just kind of sprint throw the swing. Alright. I'm going to start walking here, get some more stamina back. Because we're going to have to cross this water here, and I'm not sure how that's going to go. That critter has a lot to say. Yeah, that aloe. A kilo ran down. Yeah, no, the place is still busy. I don't want to be there. No thanks. Good. Let's glance into global. Well, in other news, that hat's completely flew over us. Didn't even see us. That's like the third hats I've seen fly down that way. I wonder if it's the same hats each time. I wonder if we've seen the same person run or do that. Regardless, we are good to continue moving. Please no Sarco, please no Sarco, please no Sarco. Actually, you know what? The last time I swam across this water on officials, I ran in and I was doing that as a bars. I ran into like an adult Suko, and I defeated it as a bars. I have a clip of that on my TikTok. Alright, we now have the find food quest. And there is a berry bush still. We just gotta get to it. All we've gotta do is get to it. There might actually be one closer to me that I'm unaware of. Oh yeah, look at this right here. Easy. Easy berries. Easy quest. Easy marks. Yep. We just sit here and we're gonna get our entire food bar back. We reset entirely. But this right here is why we do it. It's an easy quest to complete, easy quest to get done. It's like we get it, we do it, we get the marks, get the growth. And we munch. We get free food. Like, who doesn't love free food? We stay out of global because global's toxic. Server will restart in 2 hours. So we've officially hit the server restart notices. Looking good. Now we've completed our quest, but I've seen the quest bug out. And the only way you seem to get that to spawn again is if you fully refill your food bar and then let it drain down naturally. So we are going to eat 30% of that berry bush, and off we go. Deeper into adolescent than we used to be. I think we run to the pond. If nobody grabbed those, they should be right here in this group of bushes, and it should be enough to complete the personal quest. There should be one more grouping. Yep, right over there. Perfect. Alright, and our next item is bones. We know where the bones are. Let's see, this is one group of bones, and then we could probably just head right across the zone to the other part for more bones. Who knows, maybe we'll get rocks next. No, with my luck, we'll probably get seashells and turtle shells. That's my luck. Alright, here we go. Keep running towards that pile of rocks that you see on the screen. Those are roots. Those three little stones that look like they're clustered together. They are, but you know what is also with the bone or with the rocks? Bones. Dang! I called that. I am in tune with my luck today. We have found the piece. We know our luck. We know ourselves. And we can play that. We are in tune today. We're going to grab some water while we're up here as well. There's no reason not to. So the hats probably stopped up here for water and then just kept flying. I have no idea where they went to. Green Hills is still super busy. Crazy times we live in. Hey! How you doing? Thanks for the follow. We are growing the new Anno after the TLC that they dropped earlier today. Kind of want to see how it is. See what it's like to grow one. It's the first time I've played officials in good Lord knows how long. But yeah, I'm doing good. We've got we're about halfway through adolescent, so we're doing really well for ourselves here. Even some extra marks and growth. Do I have everything I want? Yeah, no, I do. So far, we're gonna look. Probably the worst time to be looking for shells and turtle shells is during the night time when it's dark as anything, and they blend in so well. Those were my footsteps. Okay. I got so thrown off, I thought I heard something else running around here. Okay, here's some shells. I only know when I get close to them because like their shape is off. But yeah. So we're gonna keep rolling through here. Probably head down the south side first. The only issue with this south side is that the groupings and the spawns are more sparse. They don't seem to be, sorry, I had to reposition my headset. They don't seem to be as close, so they kind of come up spotty where you'll find one group of shells, then maybe a turtle shell, and then one group of shells. I think there's maybe 2 clam spawns down here when you get closer to the southern edge that are not dark colored, so they're regular colored, unless that's been fixed. There's also some branch spawns on the beach as well as some bones. Yeah, let's see what we can find down here because I'm pretty sure they're still here from what I remember. Although I've started to get to a point where if I get this quest, I might actually just leave the zone if I don't need the marks all that much. Oh no, it looks like they did recolor these. Hello? Please don't look over here. I don't know if I'm big enough to not be picked up yet, So we're just gonna, oh, there's the ramp that's flying with it. Nope, we stay still. We don't move. We just sway in the wind and let nature carry us to whatever fate what we have. That ramp has not left that spot yet. In fact, I think it just did a chat noise. Ugh. No, we would probably need to be subadult to not be picked up, or at least halfway through adolescent to not be picked up by a hats. Ooh, clam. Okay, so it looks like they did recolor these southern clam bunches. Okay. I mean, good news is we're already, 3/5 of the way done. We won't need much more. So we'll just keep rolling through. Yeah, we have, in terms of new attacks, well, actually, we'll go over the passives first. So you just get this for free, right? You gain up to 50% reduced attack cooldown between 50 and 100% health. Ooh, okay. So that's a buff for the top half of your health bar. Interesting. And the closer you are to 50% health, the closer or the greater the reduction is. You get your crouched stance. So that's basically what they replaced Hunker with. Hunker no longer exists. And you have Ironclad. This is by default crouched, uncrouched, no matter how much health you have. You heal status effects 100% faster. While crouching, you gain 150% increased stamina recovery. Additionally, while crouching and not moving, you gain 20% increased bleeding heal rate, which is actually pretty good. So they gave us a front limb ability. You get a tail spin, which is the one I have. It is a 360 degree, what did that description say? 360 degree tail swing attack, deals low damage, has low cooldown, deals no fracture. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm actually going to turn the HUD off real quick. This is the tail spin. That's what it does. It very much does spin. You can use it while sprinting, so I will sprint. Like if I'm trying to chase somebody, I can sprint and then throw this. Kind of, you see the little swagger throw? In the tail attacks, we have Bone Snap. You get two tail options. Bone Snap and the tail attack you can use while you are uncrouched. So like if I go into crouch stance, here's my 8-second timer, it'll pop up. I won't be able to use Bone Snap, but if you do this, you can actually kind of charge it before the timer goes off, and then you can throw it. I don't know why you would want to do that, but it's an option. But yeah, okay, so Bone Snap is now grayed out. I can't use it at all, but I can still use the tail swing, and then one of the new tail slams that they did for crouched stuff. You have the smash, it's a tail attack, it does high damage, I think it has an 11-second cooldown time base. It charges, but yeah, that's some pretty good AoE. That is 360 degree radius around you, big circle. The other one is basically that, but deals less damage. So you basically have two play styles for Anno now. You have crouched and uncrouched. Let's see, our leg slot. Tireless gives you stamina reduction on all attacks minus 30%. You can have Razorback, which provides 25% increased damage to your group members within 50 meters while you are crouched. So while you're being defensive, you're giving a buff to your friends. Or you have Jagged Scoot. Jagged Scoots. Blech. While you're in crouch stance, enemies that attack you receive a small amount of fracture damage. So while I'm in crouch stance, it's kind of just like a reflective fracture. You just, you bite me and break a tooth or something. I have no idea. You can do this, right? You can spin. I think. Oh yeah, you can even walk while in crouch stance too. It doesn't kick you out of crouch stance. But the big thing about the Anno TLC that people are complaining about is that Hunker is gone, and it sounds like with Hunker being gone, it removed the damage reductions. So now all of the upgrades and all of the senses and hide options that kick in for crouch stance are now armor based instead of damage reduction based, and I will show you that when I get to the senses and the hide options. But yeah, the days of Anno, like 1v everythinging everything are over. It is now a lot more balanced. It is now able to be killed. You will be able to die playing this thing. So I think that it's a good thing. I don't think anything should be, you know, 1v1ing an Argent, like the modded Argent and winning. Because it used to be able to 1v1 the modded Argentinosaurus mod, which had like 12 or 10,000 combat weight, and you could 1v1 and win it because the 95% damage reductions on Hunker were just that good. They were just that good. Now we have to find rocks. Yep, no more 95% damage reduction. Honestly, this TLC slash rebalance was a long time coming. It was definitely needed for a while. I think it'll do good. It can still do damage, right? Like they haven't removed its ability to do damage. They haven't removed its ability to chase things. They've just made the crouch less one-sided. So, it's no longer the, oh, you crouched, I can't do anything, I might as well just leave you alone. Ah, something is here. What kind of something? I heard something run across the water. It has a tail. It looks like a Meg or a Sarco. What are you? You're letting me get this close. It's definitely a something. It's a Meg. A big ol' Meg. Alright. Well, if we're going to die, at least we're going to die fighting. He hasn't... Ah, here we are. You're an adult. You know of me, but you are not fighting me. Okay. Alright. Well, until you become a problem, I'm not going to consider you one. There's no reason for me to try and become uberly aggressive as a mid-adolescent. My only objective right now is to grow and grow big and grow fast. That's about my only job right now. Once I hit adult, I think I'll be more confident. I don't want to say sub-adult because I'm just like sub-adult, there's still a good portion of my growth that's just not there. But yeah, that's actually the first carnivore that has acknowledged my presence. Because I've had near misses the other times today. Like I've seen like 4 Hatzes. I've seen 3 ramps. I've seen an aloe, a kilo pair that I was able to hide from. Like it's been interesting. I've seen other people today. They just haven't been in a fighting mood. So I will take that for what it is. I haven't. Ooh, and I did see what was it? Adolescent Tyrannotitan. So I've seen a fair amount of carnivores. I've seen one Amarg today running solo by itself, so like more power to him. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of herbivores. It's been Carny Central today. Yeah, it might just be me and that Meg here. As the zone isn't red, and on an 89 player server, I think you need at least, what, 10, 15 dinosaurs in a zone for it to be red? Where are the flowers? Yeah, we're going to grab some flowers. We're going to head north into probably ocean pillars will be the next best bet. There's some flowers. I don't think... No, that's enough. That's more than enough to finish the quest. Perfect. Nice. Ooh, 120 marks for that. Okay, I will take that. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think I will pick up Swerve. I want to see if it's directional or not. Because I don't know. I don't know, and I want to test it. And I think I've got all the tail abilities I want. It's 100 marks, I'll buy it. I'll probably never equip it, but it's there as an option in case we decide to use it. It's probably the default tail option that they wanted players to pick. Like, hey, it's 100 marks. So that way you have the tail swing that does tenderize. And actually, I'll show you that real quick. You can pair the bone snap, right, to use in not crouched with the tail attack. So the base tail attack, it's just like it used to be, but now it applies tenderize. If you reach 10 stacks of tenderize on any dinosaur, it will lose the bone break immunity for 5 minutes. So that way, you can just back-to-back bone break something if you can keep up with it, which can be kind of scary. Like if you play around enough with the Anno to become permanently bone broken, you're probably gonna die. So I mean, it's got opportunities, right? It can still hold its own. I just don't think it's definitely not invincible anymore. I mean, it's still a solid pick. I would solidly pick this for a solo play dinosaur, right? It just feels fair again. That's the way I would describe it. It feels fair. I've run past a turtle shell yet? No. Okay, here's the first turtle shell. Like, wait a minute. Now, the clams down here on the south side that are stacked on the rocks, I'm not going to go for those. I'll probably make my way around to the north side for those. Yeah, because we're going to hit the part of ocean pillars that requires a little bit of finesse. That little... We're very much losing our ability to jump. I saw that get a lot smaller. Yeah. Okay. The camera's doing funny camera things while I'm walking around. But yeah, they haven't changed any stats. This is very much just as far as unless they've put out a new announcement. I don't think they have. This is very much ability overhaul and just a general play style rework. So I don't think... Actually, I could probably check. Have they put out a new announcement in the Discord? Herdy-der. Nope, no new announcements, so it is not... There are no stat changes. Just abilities. Alright, well, we've still got plenty of turtle shells and clams to grab. Did I miss any? Because this beach line does wrap around. Not yet. Okay, I haven't missed anything yet. We're almost to the point where I can head around north, which is probably the side I wanted to pick to start this quest. Yeah, because I'm definitely missing out on the clams that are stacked on the side of these rocks, but I don't feel like going swimming just to grab those. That feels like a dangerous move that I don't want to make. We've been doing pretty decent. For what are we? We're hitting what, an hour? No, we're at 2 hours now. Yeah. So we're at 2 hours. I was able to get out of juvenile just under or just over 1 hour by combining the growth and exploration stuff with the home cave and waystone quests. We were able to just kind of scoot right into adolescent. So adolescent and subadult are probably where I'm going to spend the majority of my time here, since I don't have those free 3-minute growth quests anymore. No, we need to be on the shoreline for those. Yep. Alright, well see, now all we need are turtle shells. Turtle shells are not notoriously hard to find. They're just tucked away. Yep, like right here. We would have ran right past this if I didn't look left. Let's look right. Nothing. Just general shells. We're probably just going to have to hit this northern end. So what I've seen and done actually a lot when I quest in Ocean Pillars is I will run along this northern shoreline and even onto that short peninsula that you see over there, and I will grab the shells, the turtle shells, and the clams that spawn up there, and I'll be able to run back to Ocean Pillars well within the quest timer. Alright, see, now we need to grab rocks. Oh, 120 marks again, okay. If the game's gonna keep giving me... Oh, that rock was on respawn. Something's been here, I would say probably a while ago. I wonder if that Meg was here a while ago that we saw in Burnt Forest and they just came that way. They were probably trying too hard to survive to want to fight me. I'm going to check this next rock pile, see what level we're at. We're at 77%. No, that sounds about right. Because that is 7, or maybe 6 or 7 rocks out of 9 that spawn in a rock pile. Yeah, no, that tracks. That definitely tracks. Okay, so now we go into the woods for the pine cones, and after the pine cones, I think we're done with this zone. This zone only has 3 quests, which kinda, it's not bad. It's relatively out of the way. Like, people have to come into this zone because they want to, not because they're forced to. But I mean, 3 quests and the exploration growth for the first time you get here, I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. And our colors are starting to come in. Now that we're halfway through adolescent, we're starting to get the adult colors. We've got most of the adult colors coming in with the adolescent pattern there still, the little splotches. We still have our splotches. So we're doing good. All right, so we've got our pine cones. This is where things start to get dangerous because our next area is gonna be Hunter's Thicket. I'm not gonna hide from Hunter's Thicket, plus I could generally benefit from the water. And I'd rather drink oh, we have a location quest for Snake Gully. Well, if that's the case, we could probably squeeze through Hunter's Thicket. No, we can quest Hunter's Thicket. That's a 30-minute timer. There's no reason to ignore Hunter's Thicket just to throw ourselves into Snake Gully and see what happens. That's a bad idea. As I said, a bad idea. What's that? It's a trike. We're gonna ask the trike if they're friendly, because I don't think they can see us. Oh, that's a baby trike. Well, it might be a baby trike, but it is still an apex. We'll have to mind our P's and Q's. Sarko needs a TLC. Yeah, everyone's going to complain and say what they want. I'm just glad that, the game hasn't been abandoned, right? They're still updating the game. They're still making changes. They care. Because, I mean, there's plenty of dinosaur survival games that have a lot less going for it. Like, I'm throwing some serious shade at the aisle for that. All right, they did not see us, but now they do. I'm sure they see us now. Ooh, this water's at 55%? Did I see that right? Here, I will take this phone call. Alright, I am back. That was my girlfriend. She called. She had to go to the dentist today, so she was letting me know how that went. Alright, that's probably the trike. It looks like the cat has moved from sunbathing to the couch. And he is just chilling out. Being a sweet cat. It's like his belly is full of food. Yeah, that's definitely the trike over there, I imagine. As if it was an apex, it would be a lot louder. Wow, that water percentage is just knocked out. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but like, that's a really good opportunity to earn marks, but I don't plan on buying these. Maybe that one, definitely not that one. I don't think I need it. We've got both of our swings, we've got both of our metabolisms, we've got all of our tail attacks, so we are ready for the high adoptions and senses. No, we've got our pine cones. Can't forget about the pine cones. I almost forgot the pine cones. Could you believe it? Ooh, okay, right. Because we are not alone here, we have to deal with less than 9 pine cones per pile. Let's see, we should have some pine cones to the west side. But yeah, that trike is still definitely running around here, although it doesn't seem to be partaking in the refill quest, because that counter has not moved at all. You know what, there may be more than that trike here. Because I'm hearing big foots. Big steppies everywhere. Alright, well, I'm just here for pine cones, so let's see what kind of craziness we get into. No, 32% is natural. That's natural regen. It's definitely stomping around here. In between the two, I mean, carnivores are going to go for the trike before they go for me. That makes a heck of a lot more sense. Oh, that was a Suko broadcast. It's definitely what it sounded like. I'm not seeing anything anymore. 25 flowers. I should be able to pull 25 flowers. I'm about to let the entirety of the point of interest know I'm here as well. So I should be ready, because I'm probably going to stir up a hornet's nest trying to do this. There's something eating from the berry bush. That's definitely the trike. Yep, okay, so 2% on water restore using the clams. Yep. Oh, okay, so it's a... That looks maybe like an adult trike within a mark friend. Yep. I am friendly. I promise no hurt. I just need these flowers for quest. I promise that's all. That Marg seems very intent on... It's another Anno. Oh dear. Another Anno? Maybe this doesn't go the way I hope. There's certainly a possibility that I get smacked into smithereens. I don't hear any combat sounds yet. I hear lots of broadcasts from an adult Anno. Okay, so we got our quest done. Let's see, we probably sneak through... I'm willing to sneak through these hills. Abandon the water restore. Get the location quest. We may just have to hop, scoot, and boogie right out of Snake Gully when we get there. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I would like to get at least one berry bush, since we're starting to run out of hunger. Like, if we have to run, we run, but, like, you know, the goal The goal is food and marks and growth. The goal is growth, essentially. Alright, so here we are. We're about to hit Snake Gully. Had a very short falling animation right there. It sounds like the herbivores are all herbivoring. Okay, cool. Alright. We get flowers and mushrooms. Flowers are normally a little bit to the... in this area across the way, and there's a couple patches up north on the northern side. We can definitely grab these mushrooms right here and call them mushrooms. I won't even need all of the third pile. I'm just going to need 7 out of 9, so we'll stop at like the last 2 or something. Yep. And then I don't want to cross the water unless I have to. So we're going to hit this flower bush, or this flower bushel is what I mean to say. And then we'll head north to the north side. Snake Gully, Hunter's Thicket, not full of dinosaurs, neither of them are. The water that was restored by my 2% clam delivery has been taken. It's now back down to 33. It'll be a great questing opportunity for them. 120 marks again. We're getting really good marks out of these quests. Oh, but the game's going to be mean. If I don't participate, I'm going to wait 3.5 minutes. That's annoying. I'm like a point of interest away, trying to quest. But I shouldn't be too negative because water creatures can smell your negativity. Oh my gosh, did that just say? Ah, because it's linked. Right. Yeah, because Snake Gully River is linked to the Hunter's Thicket water. We could all work together. What do we think about refilling HT water? Because if they're for it, I'll help. If they're not for it, I'll just stick out of the zone so that way the quest despawns, and we'll get fresh location, fresh point of interest quests. Because we're almost sub-adult. This is actually really, really good. These flowers, I didn't grab these. I'm not hearing anything. And I'm almost on the cusp of the find food quest. I'm actually going to double check this. Oh, there we go. We just had to leave and recheck the zone. Derp. Don't mind me. But yeah, it doesn't sound like the herbivores up there are too keen on refilling the water, if they're even still alive. Normally, Hunter's Thicket is a hotbed of activity in the northern areas. Yeah, our little polka dots are slowly being absorbed into our skin. Our adolescent marks are slowly fading. They do fade. There we go again. We'll probably have to leave and re-enter the zone one more time. We can do it. Yeah, there is a hide option that I really am intrigued by. Essentially, on exiting crouched stance, you gain movement speed and acceleration buff. So you can basically run out of crouched stance, like start sprinting. You get this buff. So anything that you fracture really, really bad, like I'd say 50% or more on the fracture amount, you can try to chase them down, bone break them. I mean, I think the ability, right, because they basically merged Hunker and Fortify together into this crouched stance. You get the mobility of Fortify with honestly, because Hunger, the only thing you really got out of Hunger was the 95% damage reductions, which are gone. Um, so I'm not sure if they really kept anything. Oh, well, yeah. There I go. Plonk. We can't jump anymore, but that's to be expected. Yeah, they kind of just merged the two into like one passive ability of just having the crouched stance. There's a sense that, like the sensibility, that you can get crouched stance at 50% cooldown instead of like the 8 seconds, you wait 3. So it's more of a 60% cooldown or reduction on your crouch stance. So you can enter it really quick instead of like waiting the full 8 seconds. I mean, there's got to be some kind of damage or armor ability. I would find it very odd if they completely stripped that entirely. It would make more sense. I'll have to play test it. It would make more sense if they took it and they transferred, like, if they kept 50% of the damage reductions and then took the damage reductions and converted it into armor. That would make more sense. Which then lends into the play counterplay of like, oh, do you have a dinosaur that does armor piercing damage? Or do you have a dinosaur that I don't know. I haven't checked the knockback. So I don't know yet if knockback will knock you out of crouched stance. I sincerely hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Yeah, because if they did that, well, I wouldn't be surprised per se. Oh, someone's getting ready to build a nest. Okay. Yeah, it looks like local is a lot more friendly than global. I'll stay on local because these herbivores don't seem to be aggressive. I say that and it says bro. Oh dear. What am I manifesting in the local area? I feel like I'm just being mean. I am manifesting unfortunate events apparently. Oh no. Maybe the other Anno that was up there decided to be aggressive and go after the kid. Or destroy the nest. It could be that there's a territorial Anno up there. But yeah, we should be on a find food quest anytime here. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't gotten it yet. Gonna get a quick sleep in, get our stamina back. We've almost got 2,000 marks. Jeez. Yeah, getting 120 marks on quest completion with this thing is actually really, really good. Especially for officials. I'm not used to having that kind of marks gain. Ooh, that was a interesting stutter on the environment right there. We seem to be at a quest standstill. I'm chill, I don't want beef. I don't know if you it sounds like there's something happening up there. I don't want to be a part of it. Nope. I'm intrigued. I'm interested, but I don't want to insert myself. We are not ready for that. This is not what we're here to do. In fact, the only thing I'm doing is I'm going to go over to this berry bush on the edge of Snake Gully and we're going to chow down now that we've got our food quest. The great return to officials. Not quite, Silver, not quite. We're very much just testing out what it's like to grow the Anno on officials after the TLC dropped. That's pretty much the big thing I'm doing here. I haven't gotten into any PvP fights yet. Well, boo-hoo to you too, critter. Yeah, we're leaving global alone. You are free to live bars. Oh, is there a baby bars? There must be a baby bars up there, because normally normally the trike isn't, because that player is a trike player. Normally the trike isn't telling a bars it can live. So that's an interesting statement to read. It must be a baby bars. I think we swing into Rainbow, then into Rockfall, grab location, grab exploration, growth and marks off of mud flats. I don't know if it'll really depend. If the quests have reset in Hunter's Thicket, I'm willing to explore doing those. If not, we could just scoot into Savannah and start wrapping around the other side of the map, because we really haven't gone that way yet. It took 2 Rexes 4 to 5 bites to kill an Anno. Or 4 to 5 minutes. That... Interesting. But yeah. 2 Apexes. And they must have been in full crouch stance the entire... Well, no. Last night. Did it drop last night? I thought it dropped this morning. I might be off on the timing then. I might be a good 12 hours behind. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. That's late. They really did just kind of drop that in the middle of the night. They are cooking. They make them at night, I guess. That lizard is just on a mission, I guess. Well, then again, I'm on a mission too. We're almost into sub-adult. The adolescent polka dots are almost gone. You see that? They've almost... There's the stuttering again. But now, we're going to head into Rainbow. This might be the place. This might be where we run into our first fight, honestly. Because carnivores up here don't have a lot of options, especially ones that just have... hypercarnivore. They don't have many options out here. But yeah, we're doing a hybrid of crouched and non-crouched stance. So I've got the 360 tailspin. I have the bone snap. And then we have the 11-second cooldown tail slam. Oh, did that drain stamina charging up? Oh, it does. Okay, yeah. So I can see, ooh, that's a very quick cooldown time. I think that used to be longer. That used to be longer. Oh, sorry, Critter. I didn't mean to scare you like that. Yeah, the Waystone has been used. And those are not my footsteps. Those are other footsteps. The only thing I can do at this point, if there's footsteps nearby, is to gain some version... Oh, there's Annos. Okay, alright, I see them over there. Anno... and a trike. That looks different from the trike that was over... Yeah, that looks different from the trike that was over in Hunter's Thicket. I don't think I recognize that trike. That! Leave me alone. Eh. Oh dear. You know, that quick cooldown could come in handy. There we go. Look at that cooldown. It's coming. I don't think I lived through this, though. Oh, that double swing. I got a double swing. I'm charging. Oh, this is so bad. I'm doing so bad. Yeah, I'm not going to go very far. I don't deserve to be alive. I don't. Oh my gosh. That was ew. That was ew, huh? That's how it feels in my brain. I'm like, ew. Maybe, oh no, we're not. Yeah. Okay. All right, critter. I see how it is. Oh, they took all the bloodstones. No. Oh, they didn't take all the bloodstones. They took the majority of them. We will have to be careful. We run into another critter like that, we're most assuredly dead. I think I might need to take the bone snap and put it maybe onto the tail attack. But then, no. Does this... Do you do... It deals high damage, but it doesn't necessarily deal fracture. I don't think it does. I think it's just this one that does fracture. Can trigger a bone break. Yeah, this does a small amount of fracture, but does not trigger bone break. And those just deal damage. The green and red tail slam. I don't know. I don't feel like... See, but if you've got both the tail slams, I don't... Yeah. I'm not sure. The only thing I'm sure of right now is that we're doing a good job of getting our HP back. Because if we're going to run into another critter, I would like to have more health for that. Because those herbivores up there look like they're questing. Which means they're probably coming over here for blood crystals. Or bloodstones. I keep calling them blood crystals like they're... I don't know why. I guess I'm just... My mind is focusing on the shape rather than the name. We've got some good speed here, though. Look at that. That's not with the sense buff. My best bet is probably going to be heading up here to the water. Not just because I need water, but also to see if the bloodstones up here are ready. Or if they've been collected. Yeah, green is 1 second and red is 11. Yeah. I like how, well, the 1 second is not bad. It probably still does AoE. It definitely would deal low damage though for such a low cooldown. As the charge up just isn't there. Alright, let's see what we got. We got water. I like water. Water is good. Beautiful water. Very colorful water. And we'll be able to get most of our health back right here. It's going to be unfortunate that this Waystone quest is going to take up my, a slot on my quest bar, even though, yep, there it is. Even though I did not contribute anything to it, I get no growth, no reward, but it still takes up a quest slot, and it's annoying. I don't think it should do that. If I didn't participate, I shouldn't be penalized. Because now I'm probably going to get... No, I might. I might still get roots. Because the 3 quests you'll get in this zone, it's going to be succulents, bloodstones, and roots. And those are the 3. I don't think there's a 4th. Even though there's plenty of clams in this zone on the beach, and you could totally get a collect clams quest. You could totally get one. Yeah, we're just gonna hustle over here. Ah, yeah, the server restarts in 1 hour. No, we've still got 90. We probably won't start seeing people server transfer till like the 30-minute mark, or even the 15-minute mark. All right, we've got more. Yeah, by the time we're done here and make it to Rockfall, we have the possibility that the location or the exploration growth could probably get us into subadult. For sure. Yep, we've got these. We've got our hash brown. Our hash brown is, you know what? We're a cooked hash brown. That's what we are. We're a cooked hash brown. And I'm just like, he looks more like a brick. I'm like, nah. I'm willing to say he's a cooked hash brown. We have been deep fried. We are a deep fried potato. We won't blend in as well as we used to in Bakewell, but it'll be fine. We really don't blend in here. I think we stand out here a lot. We definitely stand out here a good bit. I'm trying to think which part of this zone is going to be good for a launching point to swim across the water. Because I don't feel like doing the long loop around. I feel like giving us an element of risk here. We definitely should not be pick-upable. Like, the hats can't pick us up anymore. I'm not worried about that. Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect. This little quick... Yeah, I see that right there. That'll be good. That'll be a good crossover zone. We just need to get our stamina back. We could do a quick sit. Yeah, we'll do a sit. Yep. Stamina regen's pretty good here. We do a wiggle. There we go. Oh, it sounds like... It almost sounds like we made a sound getting up, or was that a critter? Could have been a critter. Mm-hmm. All right, we do a sprint. Oh wow, look at how. Okay, good. We're looking good here. We're looking good. Just gotta get over here. Quicker we get out of this water, the happier I'll be. Did you see that? It looked like we kind of went up. Well, here we are in Rockfall. Yeah, exactly. Just right over the subadult. And our polka dots are 100% gone at this point. We are no longer the adolescent. We are the subadult. I mean, honestly, Sarko might not be able to pick us up either. We're 4,000 combat weight. We're larger than the Sarko now. I don't think that, yeah, the Sarko's not even 4,000 combat weight, I don't think. I may stand to be corrected, but I do not remember it having 4,000 combat weight. I think they knocked it down to like 3,000. Because it used to be, before they nerfed it in 2023, it used to be like 4,500 combat weight. It was the water mid-tier. With Suko being 5k and the Apexes being 6,500. But yeah, with Anno being 4,000 combat weight at adult, it is larger than the Sarko. So I would be surprised to see it pick up an adult Anno now. We may not be pick upable at all. We may have... Oh, I see the kitty stretch. He is stretching in his sleep. Let's see. I don't think there's any flowers over here. The next group of flowers I think I can get to are that green patch, northwest side of that hill over there. I think that's our closest grouping of flowers. Yeah, we've made it pretty far. Dealing with critters, I'm definitely gonna want to sub in the green tail slam for the red. Although that means that our PvP fights are they're gonna be challenging. Ooh, now that we're sub-adult, can I pick these up? Yes, I can. Alright, Clubbed Fortress, Dazing Impact. I think I took Shockwave. Yeah, increased range and dealing 50% reduced damage to group members. Or we could go for Killing Blow. So we deal increased damage while a creature not in my group has Fracture or Bone Break within 50 meters. That's pretty good. I think we go for the damage. And then Fortification. Yeah, I don't plan on picking up these. I plan on picking up Rushed Stride. Where, yeah, that'll be what we want. Okay, so we've got our plan. We just have to survive long enough to put it together. What do we use for nest materials? A whole bunch of stuff found right here in Rockfall. Perfect. I don't think I partake. If for no other reason, then I'm just not confident in being able to put the nest together in a decent time frame. It usually either takes me a very long time or a very short time. I almost thought that branch flying through my screen was a snake falling from the sky, and I was going to get concerned. Okay, so for succulents, we've got the group of 3 on this side on that ridge. Probably swing back down south for a group of 1. Okay, so then what we do for the succulents is we're going to swing this way into the hillside. Also, hitting sub-adult, we should have generally slightly more HP than we did when we ran into that critter. I don't think I'm fighting off alpha critters with this build, though. Alpha critters were probably going to murder me. This hill is being very, very not friendly right now, so we're just going to try and scoot up sideways. Beautiful. I thought there were. I see the roots. Yeah, there's roots. Was I wrong, or have they been taken? They're not standing out to my eyeballs, so that's pretty much what's happening. I know they exist. There's a big old cluster. Yeah, there's one. And they're gently spread out here. So there's the one here, the other just down here, and there should be one more, because they typically spawn in groups of 3. But I just haven't found it yet. Here it is. Perfect. Alright. So now what I can do is I can head back over the hill to the other ridge, pick up 14 succulents, and be done with the quest. I am scaring that critter something fierce. My goodness. I didn't think I could be so scary. Who knew? Who knew that the big club could be so scary? Ah, there's an extra group of flowers up here. Okay. You'd think I would know about that, but apparently not. Alright, we're rushing down the hill. Excitedly running. Okay, we got 50 minutes. 50 minutes, we're at 83. So 7 players have either logged out or server hopped. Any of your friends know you're scary? Oh, come on. I'm not scary. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I'm not scary. Come on. But the good news is that we've got this last group of succulents here. Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking about this out loud. The time that we've taken to do quests here between Snake Gully, Rainbow, Rockfall, by the time we loop back around wide into Hunter's Thicket, those quests will have reset. The water's probably going to be at a lower percentage, though, I'll tell you that much. Alright, we get a couple more rocks. Now, I don't remember. I want to think the answer is yes, but I'm not sure. We may have a collect bones quest here. Oh, there's the pile of rocks. And the only reason I know about it is because of the big rock. Okay, cool. So we do not have a collect bones quest. We'll get the exploration marks from mud flats, loop back around into hunters. You know what we might try to do? Take the long way around back through hunters, get to the home cave, reapply our new skills, and head back out a more confident Anno. Just compared to a... What do you mean a monster? Hey! Hey now. That's not me. I'm not a monster. I'm not... I'm not scary. What are you talking about? What are our marks looking like? 932. I think we've got everything we want. Yeah, we've got our sense, we've got our hide, we've got both of our front limbs, we've got our legs. I think we're good. I think the abilities that I want to test out first are bought and completed. We just have to get back to a home cave to actually put them into practice. Oh, see, now there is a group of cactus out here. There's that one. There's some extra flowers. Yeah, there's probably more quest items out here than I give credit for. I apologize again for the sniffles. Yeah, there's another group of cactus. Look at that. And then there's the small group. Yeah, okay, so there's easily 21, maybe 28 succulents out here. Easily. Okay. Alright, I see you, Rockfall. We just waddle. Insert fight that traumatize. Listen. Berta TLC is just strong, okay? The counterattack on Berta just does a lot of base damage. Like I've never seen an herbivore chunk, like a non-apex herbivore, chunk health like Berta's counterattack does. Berta's counterattack hit is very strong. But don't tell the Bertas that. They'll get excited. They'll counterattack everything. Alright, we'll just dip in the mud flats here, collect some sunlight, you know? Catch a few. We might have to do a sit out here as well. What on earth? What do you mean turn around for Rainbow? What do you mean? That's all the way. Okay, how do I... We could do it. We could do it. We just cut across. We just do like a zigzag. Like we do cut across and then... Okay. Alright. If you're gonna give me marks and growth for this, I'll do it. Listen, my Smilodon, the Smilodon mod is very fun. I love the Smilodon mod. It's one of my personal favorites. I'm just very much in tune with the way that the Smilodon works, okay? That's all it is. We've hit our stride with the Smilodon mod. It used to be lots of practice. I used to be very bad with that. But then I was trained. And then I took the training and I made my own little variations and tweaks to it. And now it is my own. And it's fun. I enjoy playing it. But no, we definitely wanted to come on to officials and see, what was up with the Anno mod. Anno mod? No, Anno's base game. Stop being silly. With the Anno TLC drop, and it looks really well balanced. You get some options, you get some versatility, because these front limb abilities you can use both in crouch and not crouched. So you have some universal abilities. Well, I've got to adapt my play style. If I just let you have that every time, I won't win anymore. I have to adapt if I want to win. Okay? Our sparring fights, right? They're very good practice. And they teach me a lot. And in order to do the best learning that I can, I must be aggressive and I must change what I do. It's just the nature of fighting. If you don't adapt, you are bound to lose every time. I mean, the caveat with you have, like, if you've got a losing strategy, you must adapt. Speaking of losing strategies, I thought I just heard footsteps. We're gonna get some stamina back. Are my footsteps scaring me now? Are we that big? Are we big enough to have big boy footsteps? You know what? I imagine we are. Combat weight capping out at 4,000. Listen, I just take losing personally, okay? I tend to get a little bit competitive in this game because small secret of mine, I've got over 1,500 hours logged in this game, okay? And I don't like to waste time. So I do the best I can to win as consistently as I can for my fights. Oh, especially my 1v1s. No, if I lose my 1v1s, I take that personally. Not at the other person, but I take it personally on myself because I'm just like, I know I'm better than this. I know I can play better. I know I've done better. But no, I've very much in the past couple years since I've started playing the game, I have very much tampered down on. Oh, look at that! Yeah, look at that. These quests in Rainbow have already reset. Oh, this is something. We could swing back around the other way. It really depends on how bad I want these abilities and when I think I'm going to run into somebody. Because I could run into somebody here and not have the abilities and get caught off. Caught off guard, under equipped. I'm not a fan of that. I would be in a very vulnerable position out here. I don't like it. Not one bit. Okay, okay. It's not about me winning. Like, it's not about me taking pride in winning. It's me taking pride in knowing that my hours of practice are not being wasted. Because I have come to accept that I will die, I will lose. Losing is okay, right? To a degree. To a degree, losing is okay for me. It starts becoming Less okay for me depending on the dinosaur I'm playing. I hear footsteps. What are they? Those weren't mine. I'm heading back up the hill. We're heading back up the hill. We're gonna scoot around here. That's the plan. I don't know what those sounds were. But yeah, it really depends for me personally what dinosaur I'm playing. Because especially like Anno, especially like now after the TLC, if I lose on my Anno, eh, right? There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of new stuff. If I if I lose on something that I have a lot of time on, for example, losing on my Sarco to another Sarco, I know I can play better. I used to be history lesson and snake lore. I used to be in a carnivore pack, like an established pack grouping in a community server that taught me how to play the game. And my mission in that pack was to defend the lake we lived in. And I got good. Like, I got scary good. Like, I could beat Spinos and, like, the Deinosuchus mod. I used to be able to, like, 1v1 and win. Heck, there was even a time I 1v2'd a group of Deinosuchuses in that lake, and I won. Oh, that was a good time. That is my Path of Titans highlight moment right there. Like that is if I could point to a fight or like a crowning achievement and say, yeah, that was my moment, it would be that. That was my moment. But oh no. Oh no. It's never like when I lose on my dinosaurs, it very much I have to balance taking my losses personally on myself versus being excited that my friends are improving. Because after moving on from that server and after finding, a large group of friends and running a server myself, for the time that I did, it very much became the motivation in fighting shifted. It shifted a lot from I want to win all the time and I get annoyed if I lose to I want to see people get better because it means that generally the fights are more challenging. It means that the fights, the overall skill of the server population will be higher, which means the fights are more entertaining. Rather than, the person who knows how to use precise movement wins, or the person that knows how to tail ride wins, or the person that knows how to hit their bone break wins. It just generally becomes better play overall. And I like that. I like that a lot. Now, what am I taking on? I'm taking off the red the red smash for the tail slam. It deals medium damage as a 1-second cooldown in crouch stance. But now we get to use crouch stance faster. After leaving crouch stance, you get the sprinting boost, 25% turning radius, and a 100% acceleration boost. So it's very much the I've got you slinking away, and now that you're trying to run, here I come. Alternatively, your other options are reinforced plates, so you gain 100% armor while below 50% health, so you've got a buff for being under 50% health. Or you can use fortification. When you get hit by an enemy attack, you gain 10 additional armor for 240 seconds. That is 4 minutes. For 4 minutes, you get 10% additional armor that can stack to 100% because it stacks up to 10 times. And then new stacks will refresh the duration of the timer. Okay, so that is the overall number for 240 seconds, unless you get hit again, and then the armor stacks higher. That's not bad. So I would pick fortification or rushed stride. I wouldn't look at reinforced plates as much because it's very conditional rather than a universal buff. I think I keep tailspin because I don't know if swerve is directional. And if swerve is directional, well, we can test that actually. You know what? I'm willing to give it a test. Because we're right next to a home cave. What else do we have? We've got our senses. Area of effect attacks now have 25% increased range. The increased range or the damage to someone who's got fracture. I think I keep the damage buff for officials. I might play it differently on like certain community servers, but for officials, yeah, because creature not in my group, and it doesn't get canceled out if I'm in a group. That's what I like. I like that. Or you have Clubbed Fortress, increases your and all group members' armor by 25% within 50 meters. So a lot of these abilities look like they are giving. So you get into a group with like other herbivores, and a fight happens. You can go into crouched stance, and you can walk. But even while you're not hitting anything, you can be a mobile buff for your group members. So you can raise their armor, and then you can increase their damage to your group members while you're in crouch stance as well. So you could be a support buff Anno. A support buff Anno. That's definitely a player near home cave. You know what? We'll take our chances. What's out here? I don't hear footsteps. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleep to get our stamina back. Okay, I hear the footsteps now. And now that we've got our stamina back, we're going to yeet ourselves off this rock. This is typically how I exit this home cave. Because unless they just exited the home cave, they're not following you. They're not following you through this. You just don't, right? Like unless they're a bird, and even if they're a bird, now you're in the trees, right? And you've still got your damage debuff, like you don't take damage, they're not following you through that. They'll go back to their group and they'll work with their group and they'll try to help them find you, right? Because there's a lot to navigate if you're being chased off that rock. Hey, welcome back. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay, so that swung around the left side. If I look right, does it swing around the right side? Okay, cool. So that is directional, and it does deal fracture. Huh. Okay. But yeah, okay. So now that I've got, 3-second crouch stance. Swamp. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this does less damage, has a smaller AoE range, and you can use it. It's great for critters. It makes you stop moving. Alternatively, oh, so that's kind of like a mini juke. Okay, let's do that again. We'll show off the sprint buff again. So this is with the sprint and acceleration buff. You're kind of just scary, and you're gonna catch anything that's 50% fractured or more, and then you just hit them again. And then you just hit them again. And then you get back into crouch stance. Honestly, I'm thinking that I like... Well, there might be somebody to try and test on that. I hear footsteps, and I don't know their intentions. But yeah, no, we've hit subadult. We've been able to put more of our abilities on. I was showing my other friend. Let's see. That you can be a support Anno. So while you're crouched, right, or while you're even just in a group, this is by default in a group. You can buff your armor and all your group members' armor by 25% within 50 meters, And then while you're crouched in the crouch stance, you provide 25% increased damage to all your group members within 50 meters. So you can be a passive support Ano. So like you get into here, you crouch. I've got my back limb that lets me crouch faster, but now you walk around the fight like this, and anyone fighting around you within 50 meters, your group members have 25% extra armor, and they deal 25% extra damage across the board for every attack they throw. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. In a good way. Ah, someone's over here collecting pine cones. Let's see what they're up to. Who are you collecting pine cones? Who are you? Because we're sub-adult now. I'm slightly more confident, but not by much. They sound like they're making too much noise to be a carnivore. But I don't see them. Oh, it's another Ano. Okay. Alright. Maybe they're building their nest here? Maybe. Yeah. They don't look rude. Yeah, they're just doing the waddle. Heck, for all I know, they're probably running the water restore. Because this server hasn't reset yet. Oh my gosh, they refilled this water. I don't know if the group worked together or what. Oh, there's no... Yeah, I don't see any lakeweed. I'll run down this way, see if there's lakeweed down here. The lakeweed might be all gone. It makes me sad. Because I want lakeweed. I want the lakeweed. Yeah, honestly, this is the most wholesome I've seen officials in a long time. But then again, we're also in like, what, the middle of the day, where I feel like the nighttime population is more aggressive. I don't see any lakeweed. The lakeweed is all gone, except for like 3 pieces. Do you see this? 1, 2... Oh, I stand corrected. With the exception of 2 individual pieces of lakeweed, it's all gone. Oh my goodness. There must have been a group that came through here and just nommed up all the lakeweed. But I am determined to think that there's at least some lakeweed over here. I know about this lakeweed. Did they take this lakeweed too? They couldn't have taken all of it. I do see some lakeweed. I don't think it's enough to complete the personal quest, but it's definitely here. Oh my goodness. Lakeweed, I'm coming. The lengths I will go to not take fall damage on officials. I do not go to such lengths on community servers. Apparently, my official gameplay is a lot more reserved and cautious. Yeah, look at these waddles. Look at this. We are 4 lakeweed off. And that lakeweed that's up there has at least a 5-minute timer. At least. Don't worry, we're not losing the lakeweed. No way, no how. I didn't do all that walking and running just to lose it. What I will do is I'm going to sleep really quick. I know this is a bold strategy, but we're going to... You know what? I might pick up Razorback. Unless... Because, I mean, it's possible. It's possible I end up in a group. And if I end up in a group as an herbivore on officials, as an Ano, heck yeah. I will 100% support my group. I will be the support Ano. I will be the buff. I don't see any lakeweed down there, do you? I don't see any. 0 pieces of lakeweed down there. Yeah, there's no lakeweed. That water's flowing too naturally. Usually the lakeweed will just sit on top, and it'll kind of do little, not splashes, but it'll reflect little waves off of the lakeweed. That's a ledge. We don't want the ledge. The next downward ramp, okay, is right next to this island. So we'll try to eyeball it from over here, see if there's any lakeweed. Oh, we're getting closer. Seemed to be a momentary frame drop. Yep, that's lakeweed. Am I wrong? Oh, I might be wrong. I thought it was. No, here it is. Okay, so there is lakeweed. It just wasn't exactly where I was looking. Nice. Lakeweed for the win. The flowers, I think all the flowers are on the north side. And I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy enough to swim on my Anno through the lake. That's just asking for trouble. Unless... Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the big swim. Alright. There we go. We do a fall, we plonk, and now we sprint. We can do it. We can do it. On a server under an hour for server reset, there's nobody's gonna want to contest this. Nobody's crazy enough. Well, unless they're as crazy as I am. Yeah, 61 players. 61. We're down almost 30 players from the player height of the server because we're at 336. That's what it looks like. Yep, server going on a reset. That's what I expect. Oh, there's lakeweed out here? Of all the places I thought lakeweed would be, out here was not on my list. Impressive. Impressive lakeweed. Alright, we get up here. We do one more sit. I don't think we sleep for this. 'Cause now, we're in the home stretch. And if anyone knows anything about water ambushes, this is where, because they know where you're going. They would know. They know where you want to go, so they'll be in the way. A whole lot of nothing. Okay. You know what? We play this way anyways because the one time I'll be like, yeah, it's totally safe. Go do it. You know, the one time will be the time that there's something or someone there and ready to take advantage of my naivety. Ooh, okay. Alright, so these 18 flowers are here. Nice. Really nice. Yeah, because I think we do the skin last. Skin last is probably a good idea. Get the abilities first, all this new stuff. So that way we have as many options. Yeah, looks like they grabbed these flowers. They're slowly coming back. Alright, well, you know, they didn't mess with me, I didn't mess with them, we're all good. 72 marks and 25 seconds of growth. That's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. And then I think we'll stick around here, and then as server reset gets closer, we'll park in the home cave for the well-rested buff. And I'll probably stop this stream and get some food, because I realized that I've missed my lunchtime, and that we're heading into late lunchtime territory. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to completely skip lunch. That's a bad idea. Very bad idea. But yeah, no, glad to have you with me. Glad to have my friends with me as I, new friends, old friends, as we make our way through growing an Anno on officials. Yeah, we've made it through quite a few different spots today where I thought for sure we were going to get attacked or we were going to have people come after us, and it just didn't end up being that way. For whatever reason. But no, Anno is nowhere near as invincible as it used to be, is what I'm getting. The community consensus is that there's a lot of people airing their frustrations that the damage reductions are gone. There are no more damage reductions in terms of like armor versus just percentage reduced damage. It's now very much armor based. And I think it's a lot more balanced that way. I'm happy with it. I accept it. We really just do go stomping around here, don't we? We just do. Yeah, I haven't heard anything in local since then. So it's been a while. Nobody's really talked in local since the first time we left Hunter's Thicket. So that Anno was very. That's a bad idea. Because if the Sarco can still pick up an Anno, that's where they would do it. Right in between the rocks where you can't escape. It seems like we're following behind this other Anno player. I just realized that because I'm like, those aren't normally gone unless somebody collects them. I haven't seen anybody else running around here. It's more or less just been us, like one Anno, but that was probably, 10 minutes ago at this point that we saw that other Anno. Well, they haven't. Oh no, they did. I don't think I hit 9. No, I hit 7. So they definitely quested here and then probably moved north to either Rockfall or even diagonally to Rainbow. I don't think a lot of people go to Ocean Pillars. I think we'll loop. Oh, maybe. I said I would stay close to this home cave. The real question's going to be how much time we have left when we're done Snake Gully, because I think, we're sub 30 minutes? Yeah, we're sub 30. We're almost about to be sub 15. No, I think we stay here. We stay here, quest it out, chill out, and then we just plonk into the home cave. I think that's the play. Don't need to go anywhere else, and the well-rested buff will be worth it. It always is. Anytime you have to take a break from official servers, if you can get to a home cave, get that well-rested buff while you're growing, it's worth it. Just the very unceremonious plonk into the water. I do like seeing that we do have the uncrouched tail. We can do the bone snap while we're swimming. So it's like, yeah, you can chase us, but swamp. Just throw it. We get the quest done. Oh, it sounds like the other Anna's still here. That doesn't sound like carnivore footsteps. It sounds like they're collecting the tiger nuts. It's definitely what it sounds like, even though I can't see them at all. Yep, there they are. There's Anno friend. I let them know I'm friendly. Yep, am friendly. They're drinking water. There's no flower. I'm not gonna collect the I'm gonna be the courteous player and not take the flower delivery flowers for the flower collection quest. I do that activity gets on my nerves so much because I'm like, those flowers are there specifically for the flower delivery quest. That is right why they were put there. This water is hazy and dark because it's nighttime. Checking the water. The water does not seem to have any moving pieces or parts in it. Like, it's really weird. I haven't even seen the fish spawn in here. And normally fish spawn in that water. And I don't think I've seen a duck or a suco or a sarco. Heck, I definitely haven't seen a spino. It's hard to miss those. You can't miss those. They're impossible. What's for lunch? That's a good question. Honestly, I'm in a tuna mood. I think we're gonna get some tuna and some melted cheese. Do a tuna melt. We're also gonna have more of the pickle roll-ups. If you don't know about those and you are curious as to what those are, so what I've been introduced to as to moving out to where I live, um, I've been introduced to this snack that it's been explained to me as pickle roll-ups, and they are pickle spears. So like the pickle spears you buy in jars at the grocery store, mixed with corned beef, like pre-sliced corned beef, and cream cheese. So the way it works is you take the corned beef out of the package, you spread cream cheese on one side of the corned beef, and then you take the pickle spear out of the jar, and you cut the pickle spear in half. And when you cut it in half, it makes it smaller, and you essentially get two roll-ups for one pickle spear. And normally, if you buy two packages of corned beef, because they come in like these small packages, there's like 8 pieces of corned beef in each package. So you get 16 pieces of corned beef, and I want to say that my jar of pickles in the fridge had like 8 pickle spears. So yeah, you can use the entirety of the pickle jar and the entirety of the corned beef, and you can just make like 16 of these little snacks. And they're actually very refreshing. They're great for the summertime when it's hot because the pickles have like the natural water and the juices and the salt. Um, and then the corned beef and the cream cheese add a little bit of flavor, but they're not too strong. What really makes it for me is that it's also like a crunchy snack because the pickles crunch. So I like them. They're pretty good. I did not know about these until my girlfriend showed me these, and I'm like, what is this? Why are these good? And so she told me all about them, taught me how to make them, and now I've got a few. So definitely something I never would have learned about otherwise. Now I need to find food. I've realized that in my talking and my moving and my walking, uh, I have become hungry. There's only one berry bush. Honestly, what we could do, we finish this flower quest because I should be planning more for danger, but I'm not. We're 15 minutes, right? 46 players online, almost 12 minutes to server reset. I don't feel like I'm running into people out here. Like I've seen one other Anno besides me, and that's like the only thing I've seen on the north side of the map in like the last 40-ish minutes. I lie. I see you. I see you. Flip, flap, grr. I had to say it. I had to say it. That is, let's see, theropod, big leg, or long tail. That's either Tyrannotitan or Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's definitely theropod head. The way it's running, no, it almost looks like a Pycno. The way it's running. It's running to cross the water. It either sees me or it doesn't. Regardless, we're about to have a fight on our hands, so I'm going to need more stamina for this. It's a Pycno. You're not going to be able to sneak up on me, guy. You're not going to be able to sneak up on me. Unless you're scouting for your friend. He's standing still, which means he's either typing or he's sneaking. I think we abandon the flower delivery quest. We head into Hunter's Thicket because I need to get food. Nope, here he comes. Do your worst, buddy. I'm not here to be friendly. That barely did anything to me. What, do you think I won't? I will. 3-second timer. This is not the time. Alright, well, we definitely end up... Oh, he missed his head swing. Did you see that? He's dazed now. Oh dear, that's put us in a bad spot. Now we're out of stamina. This is bad. Did that shove me out? No, I was in. I think I hear other footsteps that aren't his. Well, we've got our stamina. He's not looking good. He's actually looking pretty bad. Hey, and we got a trophy! Bet! We swing on him. We swing on him. All that for 20% of health. That wasn't worth it. There we go. Well, we're not going to die of hunger anytime soon. Taking this right up into the home cave. Yeah, he was not getting... He had to use his charge to get away from us one time. He tried to follow me in the water, too. I was surprised that that tail swing... That tail swing didn't get him. But yeah, that was definitely the winning play, to swap the 11-second tail slam to the 1-second tail slam. That was a win. It was a winning play for sure. An exploration quest for... No, I don't think we do that. Not on this reset. No, we definitely don't. But we turn in this trophy, and we get 3 minutes of growth. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. We're going to get our stamina back. We're going to run down the hill. We're going to eat from that berry bush, complete our hunger quest. Not much more to do because we're really running low on time. We've got maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, it was definitely dicey. I wasn't able, well, not that they really did any damage to me significantly, but I was definitely having trouble seeing whether or not I was encrouched in that darker area there, right next to the river. Yeah, we were definitely having some trouble seeing there. Even with my brighter settings on my TV, because I've got my brightness turned up on my television, so like during the nighttime, I can typically see pretty good. But right there was just very hard to see. The sun hadn't come up yet. Oh, the cat is stretching. He is stretching on the couch. Oh, that's adorable. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that. I'm gonna have to grab a picture. Let's see. We've got 5 minutes, and it'll count down for every minute now after 5. I've noticed that that works slightly different from community servers, where community servers I've played on, they'll count down every minute from 10. So it'll show 9, 8, 7, 6. But yeah, that was a good little fight. It makes me confident that Anno can still hold its own, and especially against something lower than it, because I think Anno is a tier 4, like a 4 slot now. I don't think it's low anymore. All right, we've got 3 minutes. I think we eat from this bush, get our stamina back. We grab a couple more pieces of lake weed from the side, and we head up to the home cave. Call it a day. I think that's the play. But no, it's going to take us at least a minute to get our food back, another minute to grab our stamina. I think we either get to the home cave or we complete the quest. I don't think I can pull both. Because we're over here pretty much deleting this berry bush. Yeah, that acceleration boost coming out of crouch stance, huh? Very much the, you've committed, you're fractured, but now you can't get away, so I'm going to chase you. I don't think we fill up our food bar fully. We fill up, yep, just enough to get the food quest done. Now we sprint. Yep, that's our 2-minute timer. All right. There's at least 2 more pieces of leekweed. I know that much. It's gotta be. Yep, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna make me swim for this? No, you're not. No, you're not. All right. And then we can fill up our food the next time we hop on this thing. That's pretty good, though. What? In almost 4 hours, we got from, hatchling cave to almost halfway through subadult. Fought an adult Picno and was able to turn tables. I mean, honestly, I think it was more of a dominant performance. He really couldn't get any of his large attacks to land because I saw that. Because he's like, oh, I'm going to swing my big attack that either does big damage or I become dazed. And he became dazed, like he missed it. And we saw him have to use his charge to get out of range of my charged tail attack to really give him a bone break. I don't think we bone broke him at all. I think we got high fracture though. We definitely got high fracture. In terms of attacks, I'm really, really glad that I'm not going to be able to safe log here. No, I don't have enough time. We'll just sleep. We'll do a sleep in the home cave. But yeah, this, in terms of attacks, I'm liking Swerve. I'm liking Swerve a lot more than Tailspin. because it does added fracture on top of the low damage. You don't have to safe log in the home cave. Okay, good. Good, good. So it really is just logging in the home cave. Yeah, no, that sets us up for sets us up for adult next time we play. But yeah, I'm confused. I'm slightly surprised. There we go. Because I was looking at the placard up top, and I thought that it would show the Anno TLC, but it did not. With all things said and considered, though, thank you all for stopping by. If you like what you see, don't be afraid to hit the follow button so you know when I start streaming. I don't normally stream on Fridays. This was very much a spur of the moment, hey, they added new thing, let me go check it out. Normally I'm on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I play a range of games, and everything from Path of Titans to some shooter games to some battle royale games. I meant to play Temtems yesterday, but instead I actually streamed some Path of Titans when some of my favorite mods were re-added back to the game. I ended up streaming that as well. So thank you all for stopping by. This has been your host Sneaky Snake 2. I will see you all in the next one. Stay safe and slither on, my friends.